here for another game, another Utah Jazz spectacle. That's right, because I'm expecting another win. Let's get another dub over the Blazers. Let's go 3-1. That's right. The Jazz about to go up and play their fourth game of the season, and I'm locked in. I'm locked in right now. So right now they got a lot of pre-game stuff that's going on. They're showing videos of Lowry after the game getting his 51 piece, making history, the first Jazz player since Karl Malone to score 50 in the league. Now, I know Donovan did it, but that was postseason. But it's going to be a great game. Great game. The Blazers are a team that before the whole Chauncey Billups stuff, I definitely thought, you know what, they're probably in and around the same level as the Jazz. A lot of people coined them as being maybe a step ahead of the Jazz in terms of their long-term development. But I think the way how the Jazz season is start, maybe we could be seen as more of that team as well that is trying to set themselves up long-term. So this should be an interesting game. Like, we faced them in preseason. We did win. Can we get another win against them? That's what I'm trying to find out right now. So this Jazz are at home, and they are about to go up and start bringing in the players. So, they got all the visuals with the mountains and Kevin Love and Kyle Anderson and all of those there. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the game. Okay, let's see. What do we got? We got somebody in the chat already. Calamari Tire, welcome back. Welcome back. Yes, let's go Jazz. I'm really looking forward to this game. Really looking forward to this game. I think the other two games that we've played, they've been some tough games. But the fact that we come out with a win should definitely give ourselves confidence going into this one. So I'm just loving it right now. This is the best possible position for us to be in right now. Okay. Looks like they're about to get started. And what I mean about to get started, I mean just bringing out the lineup. Okay. I do love the visuals. And here comes the star man, Lowry, marketing. The Finnish destroyer, Lowry Markkanen. I got to find out Lowry's middle name, so I use his full government name when saying his name. And here comes baby Lowry Markkanen, Kyle Filipowski. Let's go, Kyle. Come on now. I want to see an improvement. This is the big three. Here we go. The third one of the big three. We got Walker Kessler. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. We got a great starting lineup right now. We do need to work on our bench, in my opinion. I definitely, as more of the games will go on over the next week or so, week to 2 weeks, I'll be doing some real analysis and start using my Power BI dashboard, and we could really start looking at the stats as we'll have I think a good number of data to deal with by that time. The Jazz would have played about 8 to 10 games. So, like, it should be really good. Really good. Okay, they're bringing out the stat. They're showing that Lowry Markkanen and Karl Malone are tied on the two players who've scored the most points for the Jazz in the league. You got Bogdan Bogdanovic there and Donovan Mitchell. Let's get excited. Let's get excited, people. Let's get excited. All right, we got to get some cheering as well. Got to get some cheer. All right, the lineup is Keontae George at the 1, C at the 2, Lowry at the 3, Kyle at the 4, and Kessler at the 5. There is no change, but we're going up against Drew Holiday, Shaden Sharp at the 2, Denny Abdida, the Israeli King at the 3, Tamani Kamara at the 4, and Donovan Clingan at the 5. The second-year player, Donovan Clingan. Let's see how he goes up against Walker Kessler. I gotta say I do rate Klingon. I do like what he can bring. So it's really good to see how this Jazz are gonna fare against them. But I think we got a lot in the tank, and I think there's a lot we can do. And I think we could go out there and get the dub. Definitely could get the dub. We do got Walter Clayton there's on the bench. You can see Cody Williams there. Taylor Hendricks is also there as well. Isaiah's still out. Like he's still in streetwear. I don't think he's anywhere near close to kind of coming back, which is a shame because I mean the way how the team has started is on fire. He definitely will have to work his way back into getting any type of minutes on the court because right now I'm saying it's key at the one, even though I do think Keontae George makes a better two than a one. He is looking very good to the point where you can't just take him out and go with Collier. You got to stick with the tried and tested model. And right now, as of this season, Keontae George has shown that he's the point guard to go with. But that's fine. And we are about to kick off. And there we go. Now I will go and start sharing my screen now as normal. And then I'll have you guys check out the scores as well whilst I do my commentary as normal. Give me 1 sec. I'm going to share the screen. Oh, we got Svi with a 3. No, Svi doesn't score on that one. And it is Blazers ball. Donovan Clingan with a 3, though. He misses, but Kyle Filipowski with the rebound. Kyle driving up the court like a tank. There we go, Kyle. All right, we got Kessler at the top of the key trying to set things up. Screen set by Lowry. Passes to Lowry. Back to Kessler. Kessler, what can he do? Back to Lowry. Lowry with a 3. No. And nothing there on that one. Let me fix the layout so then I'm small and the scores are big. Okay, there we go. 3 for Lowry. Oh, there we go. No, that is Svi. My bad. Svi Mihailuk with a 3. We got Tumani Kamara with the ball. Going into his 3rd year, Tumani. Shaden Sharp with the ball. Drives to the basket. He does miss it. And it goes out off the Jazz. I think Walker Kessler got something on that. I'm not entirely sure, at least from this angle. Okay, Tiago Splitter is the acting head coach of the Portland Trailblazers now. We obviously know why with everything that's going on with Chauncey Billups. I thought about doing a video to talk about that kind of stuff, but to be really honest, I don't know much about it, man. Like when you're talking about the FBI and all that stuff being involved, tons of legal stuff that it'd be wrong of me to go up and talk about something that I'm just nowhere even familiar about to nevertheless be educated about. But I hope it all gets resolved, and I hope Chauncey, I really liked him as a player, could come back to the NBA and still provide value to the Blazers. Nevertheless, it is a foul on Denny Avila. Denny Avila is about to shoot to take his first free throw. He shoots, and he misses. Jazz is still up 3-0. I saw Denny Avila at Eurobasket. Like I really do rate him. Like he's the type of player that you want as a 4. That type of player that Kyle Filipowski definitely has got to look at as being the type of player you want to go mold after. Like he drives to the basket, he can create, he can shoot. Isn't as consistent as what he should be, which is probably what kind of Kyle is, but nevertheless, got a great skill set, which is something that I accept. Tumani Kamara with a 3, he misses. Donovan Clingan with the rebound, though. Shaden Sharp there gets the ball. He shoots with a midi, and he misses. Toumani Camara again. It's another second chance opportunity. Guys, stop. Guys, you got to defend. Oh, my. Wow. That is just bad defended from the Jazz. Just not being able to defend at the rim, not being able to get the rebound. And the Blazers had like 4 opportunities to try to get that one basket. Lowry with a midi, but he gets fouled, though. Lowry's going to go to the line. This game is so important that we got to do what we've done in the other games. Like, even though it is the Blazers, and yeah, they're not on the same level as, at least in terms of star power, as the Suns and the Clippers, we got to set the tone. We got to. It's not just about going out there against teams that we're not predicted to go out there and beat. What about the teams that we're on the same equal level as, or teams that we're favored to be? We got to go up and set the tone. So Larry Markkinen had 2 free throws there and missed both of them. But it looks like they're calling the whistle. I think he's going to have to take the last one again. And he makes that last one. All right. So we got Drew Holiday. Drew Holiday driving to the basket, setting things up nice there for Clingan. Shaden Sharp back to Denny Avila with a 3. No, and it's a miss. Jazz, they're not doing a good job of getting the rebound on that one. Toumani Camara driving to the basket. It's a cut. But now it's Jazz ball. Blazers just haven't set things up properly there. Like, honestly, watching this game, I know it's only been a couple of minutes, but they are ripe for the taking, the Blazers. All right, Keontae George has the ball now. Keontae gets past Toumani Camara. Both third-year players, Toumani Camara and Keontae George, from the same draft. Keontae goes around him. Walker Kessler. Kessler with an open 3. Kessler drains the 3. Oh, I gotta give some clapping for that. Got to give some clapping for that one. Drew Holiday with a 2. He drains that. Jazz are up by 4. All right, Kyle Filipowski trying to get around Denny Avila. Filipowski, he does, trying to look for somebody to pass it to Kessler. Cut back to, was that Svima? No, it isn't. It is Keontae George there. Nice one by Key. Great look by Kyle Filipowski to spot out Keontae George. Getting some assists. Denny Avila there driving to the basket. I think he got fouled on that one. Then I was just showing the highlights from the Walker Kessler 3. Like, it's great that Walker's shooting 3s, man. Like, this makes him look even better. And again, my apologies on that last assist. That was not Kyle Filipowski. That was Walker Kessler there getting the assist on that one. Larry has the ball now. Larry drives to the basket. He misses the layup, but he gets the rebound and gets the 3. Jazz are now up 13-4. They are up by 9. Shaden Sharp has the ball. Drew Holiday swing. They shoot 3 and they drain it. Toumani Camara there with a 3. Jazz now only up by 6. All right, Keontae George has the ball. Pass it to Walker Kessler. Kessler trying to find Lowry. He does. Screen is set by Walker Kessler. Illegal screen there. Like, Kessler's got to do better with screens. Or was it a foul by Sharp? Was it foul? I can't tell from it. We got Ace Bailey in the game, people. We got to give him some cheering to Ace. Sending out positive vibes towards Ace Bailey. Go out there, score, play some good defense. This might be the game. But no pressure. No pressure at all. Another 3 by the Jazz, but they miss on that one. Jazz, they're being really sloppy on defense. Not find someone to defend. Come on, Ace. Find someone to defend. And Blazers turn the ball over. This is a game where the Jazz could, like, we could really set our mark. Really make this basically a boring game for maybe me to watch because I think the Jazz are going to dominate. Kessler with a three, no. But it's a game where the Jazz could go out there and really execute. Donovan Clingan there with the rebound. Drew Holiday with a three. He drains it. No, that is not Drew Holiday. Oh, who is that again? I recognize him. That's Jeremy Grant with a three. All right, we got Svi on the ball. Svi playing really well lately. Does manage to get the two. Jazz are up by 5 now. The lead has been reduced. Jazz making a few silly ones here. But Donovan Clingan has the ball. Kessler marketing pretty well now. Denny Avdia passes it to Jeremy Grant. Jeremy Grant hits another three. Okay, like, all right, guys, we need to stop. What kind of pass was that? Svi Mihailuk tries to pass the ball to the wing to Kessler, but he passes it when there's another Blazers player right there in the middle. It's still Jazz's ball. But right now, Jazz just looking not as, I can't even say potent, but definitely the look and the intention on the game feels like it's a little bit different in comparison to the Suns and to the Clippers. But there's still time for them to go up and execute. So in terms of where we are, in terms of stats, Jazz are only up by 2, and we got Tamani Kamara with a 3. We saw that. Donovan Clingan there with the 2. Drew Holiday with a 2. Oh, I thought that was a Drew Holiday 3. And then Jeremy Grant there, he scored a couple threes whilst coming on. He was only there for a minute, which is crazy. I'm sure at some point we'll see Young Hansen as well, who I think is a really good young player there for the Blazers. And then for the Jazz, I mean, Ace Bailey's only been out there for 2 minutes. I don't even think he's touched the ball yet. Keontae's got a couple of points. Mihailuk's got 5. Lowry with 5. Kessler with 3. Filipowski with 0. We got to start getting Filipowski to start scoring. Like, I know he's probably been asked to, set up and facilitate for Lowry instead, but kind of looks bad. Kind of looks bad. So what do you guys think about the game so far? We got we got one person watching right now. Let me go. All right, game is still on break. Oh, looks like they're coming back now. Getting ready for Halloween. I know I'm getting ready for Halloween. I look forward to that game there on Friday. We're going to be up against the Phoenix Suns again. That is going to be a game. Can we make it 2 for 2 on the Phoenix Suns? I would love that to happen. Love it to happen. All right, so they're showing Walker Kessler on the Kia player profile. They're showing him because he scored 25 points in the last game, him and Key. All right, we got a few changes there. All right, Kessler there just got a layup, gets fouled. It looks like we got Bryce on the court, Taylor Hendricks on the court, Ace Bailey is on there with Walker Kessler and Ace Bailey. Young Hansen is there, though. He's probably having a difficult time going up against Walker Kessler. Misses the free throw though, but that's fine. That's fine. We know we believe in you, Walker. You're going to be a big impact in this game. All right, Young Hansen there getting the layup. Blazers just down by 2. Keontae's got the ball. I think that is Denny Avdia there that's on him. He gets round Denny. Does go for the layup, but gets fouled. Keontae George, and he's going to go to the line. Nurkic is in the game. They just announced. I thought he wasn't going to be playing. I heard he had a hip contusion, but it looks like he was given the all clear today. We're definitely going to need him. Keontae makes the first one. All right, Keontae about to take his second. He shoots. He scores. Nice. There we go, Key. All right. Blazers with the ball. Denny Avia has that. No more clapping right now. Like, we need some real progress. Denny Avia with a 3. No, he misses. Great one. Taylor Hendricks gets the rebound. Ball moving really quickly up. Ace Bailey with a midi. Oh, Ace Bailey. Now that deserves some clapping. Ace Bailey get off the mark with a nice long mid-range shot. Got to remember to play defense, though. Blazers with a 3. They just drained a 3, Blazers. That was, I think it's Wesley. Ace Bailey with another midi. He hits a midi, Ace Bailey. Ace Bailey finding his shooting form once again. And you know what that means. It means that Blazers are in trouble. Blazers are in trouble. They're showing the highlights of the Ace Bailey mid-range shots. 4 minutes, 2 points. Sorry, 4 minutes, 2 from the field. What? It looks like there's a foul. I think it's what did Keontae must have did something. Oh, it's an away from the play foul. I think they're going to call the foul on the Blazers. All right, here we go. All right, looks like the Jazz are going to get one shot. Fouls on Keontae George. And the Jazz are going to maintain possession. I think that's great. That is really good. Okay, I'll take that. I thought it was kind of minor, but hey, nevertheless, the referees are in charge. All right, Key's about to take his one free throw. Keontae George shoots. And he drains it. Nice one. Jazz are up by 4 now. Okay, Jazz ball. Looks like it's going to be Taylor Hendricks. All right, so Blazers are playing full court now. They are stopping the inbound pass. And as long as the Jazz don't turn the ball over, All right, Jazz get the inbound pass. Taylor Hendricks to Nurkic. Nurkic brings the ball up. Nurkic looking for somebody to pass it to, though. Ball goes into Ace Bailey. Ace Bailey with a mid-range. Oh, and he drains it. Oh, that was nice. That was nice. Nothing but net. That's where that deserves some clapping. Ace Bailey already on 6 points. This might be the game. This might be the game, people, where Mr. Ace Bailey drops 25. This might be the game. We done seen Dylan Harper. I watched the Nets Spurs game on Sunday. Balling out like he definitely would. I gave him a man of the match. Wow, now they're trying to see if Ace Bailey is going to get a flagrant foul. I hardly saw anything from this. So I'm really shocked if Ace Bailey ends up getting a flagrant one. All right, they're showing the highlights of this. I'm sorry, that is not a foul. No, what is going on in this NBA? What is that? That's not a okay. Yes, he does get a foul, but he tries to step out the way. You could clearly see that, like, it was nowhere near intentional. He tries to move out the way. Let's see what the referees say now. Okay, so it's a common foul on Ace Bailey, and he's going to shoot 3 shots, and that's by Jeremy Grant. That sucks because it's 3 shots, but it's I hate the way how the game is being called right now this season. It's just too much, too much. All right, Jeremy Grant, he does make his first one though. Will he get all 3? I hope he misses. And then he does make the second one. And he does make the second. All right, Taylor Hendricks has the ball. Inbound pass goes to, I believe that is Nurkic. Can't tell. They've got the eagle view up right now. All right, Keontae George has the ball now. Keontae George there. Oh, loses possession. Jazz sprinting back. Oh, but it's a 3. I believe that's Shaden Sharp. No, it isn't. And the Blazers get a 3. All right. Jazz have the ball now. Nurkic trying to set up a screen for Bryce. Bryce there to Nurkic. Nurkic. All right. Rebound by Taylor Hendricks. Whoa. And that is a foul. Damn near rugby tackle by Jeremy Grant. Just drags Taylor Hendricks to the ground after he gets the rebound. Looks like he was trying to get the ball, maybe to try to force a jump ball on that one. But it's just going to be a regular foul, and Taylor Hendricks is going to go to the line. You know, Taylor Hendricks in the season to start. He's been okay, and it's good to see Taylor Hendricks on the floor, especially with everything that's happened to him over the past year. Oh my God! And he missed. You know what? Positive thinking. Positive thinking. Let's go, Taylor. Believe in you. Taylor Hendricks goes to shoot his second free throw. Hopefully, he can get this one in. He takes a shot. He shoots. He makes his second. That's good. That's really good. Walter Clayton is in the game, and Sfima Hyluk is also back in the game as well. It looks like Ace Bailey is now out. Great defense there by Taylor Hendricks. getting the block there from behind. Ball comes off of the Jazz, so it's still going to be Blazers' ball. All right, we got Wesley with the ball now. Passes to the Jeremy Grant. Jeremy Grant there gets fouled, and he's going to go to the line to shoot too. That's how he's getting a lot of his points. He's driving to the basket, getting fouled, shoots the ball very well, Jeremy Grant. He was a problem also in the preseason game. All right, you got Will Hardy on the side. He definitely is being very vocal right now. Jeremy Grant shoots one, does get it, which sucks. Showing the highlights of the foul, like a little bit sloppy by Taylor, but I could understand why. All right, Jeremy Grant, he does make his second though. That sucks. All right, we got Walt Clayton on the ball now. Walt Lake City, baby, let's go. All right, 6'4" Walton Clayton has the ball right now. Pass it to Svi. Svi there to Bryce. Bryce there with an open three. Oh, and Bryce. It is Bryce baby time. And Bryce gets the three. Jeremy Grant there again. Passes out to the wing. It's an open three by the Blazers. And Bryce gets the ball. Thank God he gets the ball. Jazz stopping second chance opportunities. Taylor Hendricks goes round. Taylor, please drive to the basket. Yes, he does. He gets the floater. Jazz are up by 4 now. Nice. There we go. All right, Jan Hansen. He's got Nurkic on him. Nurkic. Oh, there we go. It's a steal. It's a steal. It's a steal. It's a Jazz ball. Jazz ball. Jan Hansen there just not being able to kind of keep up with Nurkic's smart play. Very good. Like, I'll say it once again. I'm loving Yusuf Nurkic in this team. Like, we definitely need his experience. Like, we do not have the level of depth and level of just game understanding in the team. So guys experienced like Nurkic, just such a blessing to have. One of the reasons why the Jazz have started out really well and is really synced a lot well with Ace Bailey and Keontae George there. For me, having him as a backup center is c'est magnifique. Very, very well. So now that we are on a break, let's take a look at what the scores are saying, because I haven't really looked at who's done what. We haven't seen Kyle Filipowski in a while. He's on the bench. And I completely understand why. Kyle is 4 minutes, 1 rebound, no point, no points, no assists there. Hold on. Then we got Larry Market in there, 6 points. Sorry, 6 minutes, 5 points, no rebounds, no assists. That's fine. Walker Kessler there, probably the star of the show. 6 minutes, 5 points, 2 assists, 1 rebound. Then you got Svi Mykhailiuk. He's got 5 points, 1 assist, but no rebounds. Keontae George looks like he's played the most amount of minutes, and he's got 5 points, 3 assists, and no rebounds. And that's fine. Taylor Hendricks, he's got 3 points. Good that Taylor Hendricks is getting on the score sheet. Last couple of games, you just haven't seen really anything offensively for Taylor Hendricks, and that was something that I kind of needed to change. You know, like I've said for a lot of times, technically this is Taylor Hendricks' second season, even though it really is his third season. So a lot of the issues that Kyle Filipowski is having, he's also having as well, whereby it's like things are moving a little bit weird. I'm hoping in the second half of the season, guys like Filipowski and Taylor Hendricks will look a lot better. Then you got Ace Bailey there. He's the highest scorer right now. He's at 6 points in 5 minutes. Bryce there with the 3. Bryce baby all the way. And then you got Yusuf Nurkic there. He has no points, but he's got a couple of assists. And Walter Clayton has only been on for about a minute, so can't expect too much from him there. And then the Blazers, Jeremy Grant is the problem. You know, he's getting to the foul line, he's shooting the ball really well, and 11 points in 5 minutes. That's like really, really good. Like very, very good. He's the guy that you got to slow down. He's the guy that you got to make sure that you defend better and just don't make silly mistakes. That's really what it comes down to. So that's something that we got to definitely iron out. But Nurkic is at the line. He shoots and he drains it. Jazz are now up by 5. Jazz are back up by 5. I will take that. All right. And he drains the second one. Jazz are up by 6. All right. It's good. It's Blazers on the ball now. Drew Holiday is back into the game. Oh, and Jazz interception. Larry Markkinen, who's also back on the court, gets the interception. Lowry with a monster dunk right there. There we go, Lowry. We got to get some clapping for that one. Lowry all the way. But now you got Jeremy Grant on the ball. Now I believe that is Shaedon Sharpe. Jeremy Grant once again open. We have to stop him, but the Jazz do get the rebound. Great that we're working really well on getting those rebounds. No second chance opportunities, though. Taylor Hendricks with an open 3. He doesn't manage to get it, though. Oh, but Lowry gets the rebound, and Lowry gets the layup. That one definitely deserves some cheering. The Jazz doing a lot of the dirty work right now to keep them in the lead. That's what we want. Things are looking very nice right now. Very, very nice. Jazz are up by 10. They get another rebound. Nurkic has the ball. Can they keep applying more pressure on the Blazers? Sink another basket in, whether it's a 2 or whether it's a 3. I don't mind. Nurkic with a 3. Oh, and Nurkic with the 3. There we go. There we go. There we go. Jazz are up by 13. But the Blazers come back and say, Blazers hit a 3. I can't really tell who that was. Svi with a layup. Jazz are up by 12. We've got to play a little bit of defense. We got less than a minute left in the first quarter. Blazers with another 3. They miss. Taylor Hendricks gets the rebound. That's what we need. Good rebounding, guys. And that's what the Jazz are doing. And that is a poor pass by Nurkic. And is intercepted by Jeremy Grant once again. Can they miss? And for the Jazz to keep Jeremy Grant there with a miss. Great rebound there now by Walter Clayton, one of the shortest guys on the court for the Jazz right now. We got 25 seconds to go. Walter Clayton there. Walter Clayton sets one up for Nurkic. And he doesn't manage to get it, but Svi does manage to get it back. Now Walter Clayton there with the ball now. Can they get something before the break? Extend that lead? No, but it's an interception there. And no. And that is just a silly foul. Very, very silly possession to give away for the Jazz. The Jazz at one point were up by 12. Now they're only up by 10. I will take being up by 10. I think that's good. You know, scoring 43 points in a quarter is great. It shows that the other team either doesn't know how to play defense, and the defense is just terrible. So I think the Jazz are doing really well on that front, but we have to just take care of the ball. Like, take your time. Like, it doesn't have to be a rush. You know, we don't need to make mistakes, you know. Let them make the mistakes, and then we capitalize on it. So that's kind of like it for my criticisms of the Jazz. But besides that, I think that they've done well. Let's go out there. Let's get the win. Let's get this to 3-1. You know, when I look at the standings and I see the Jazz up 3-1, I'm like, ooh. Then we got the Suns there on Friday. And you know I'm doing a Halloween special on Friday. So that should be a lot of fun. And then I saw that we got Charlotte on Sunday, Charlotte Hornets. And that game I will be very interested to see because they have a lot of youngsters who I do want to do some real good analysis on. Guys in their first year, rookie years, as well as some third-year players like Brandon Miller, who big fan of. I love to see how he's doing and how he goes up against this Jazz team. So lots of things to kind of take away going forward. But so far, Rebounds wise, I thought we did pretty well there in the last minute of the game. Taylor Hendricks there with 3 rebounds and 3 points in his 6 minutes. That is great. That's what we need. More of that, Taylor Hendricks. Then you got Svi there with 2 rebounds. I'm sure Walter Clayton had 1. Walter Clayton, yep, he's got 1. Filipowski with 1. Markkinen with 1. Kessler with 1. You know what? Like these 3, they should do better on the rebound side. They're one of the biggest on the court. So I definitely expect more on the rebounding on their side. A few kind of silly plays there from Nurkic with the passing. It just wasn't needed. But Nurkic has got 4 assists. Maybe I shouldn't complain so much. Nevertheless, you live and learn. At least the Jazz have started with a great platform to be able to build off of. Now, we go in, we're up by 10. Just keep piling the pressure. At the very least, at the bare minimum, if we could go in at halftime, being up by 10, I will take that again. Like, I don't see a problem with that. Drew Holiday to Denny Avila. Denny Avila out to Jeremy Grant. Again, there's a miss, but no, Jazz can't get the rebound. And they're not rim protecting where the Jazz leaving Shaden Sharp open, and he gets the layup. All right, Walter Clayton there with the ball. Pass it to the 3 line for Filipowski. Filipowski misses. Ace Bailey, he gets another crack at the whip. Filipowski misses again. And there's a foul to who? Is that to Kyle Filipowski that gets a foul? So it looks like Filipowski is going to go to the line. I did not see where Kyle Filipowski got fouled. He was way out in the corner. There was no one near him. All right. Filipowski there, about to take his free throw, his first one. Makes it. Filipowski's on the board. There we go. Let's go flip. Okay. Jazz are just down by 9. Let's get it back to 10. Then we can build up off of that. He shoots a second. You know what that means, right? He missed it. Can he make the third? He makes the third. Okay. All right. There we go. Let's put a little bit of cheering for that. Sending some positive vibes towards Kyle Filipowski. Be a better offensive threat. Okay. We got Denny Avila getting a layup there with that play. Jazz is still down by 8 right now. Walter Clayton Jr. trying to set up Filipowski to Markkinen. Oh, and Markkinen gets the layup. And it's a foul by Jeremy Grant. And Markkinen's going to go to the line for the extra point. Great finish by Lowry on that one. Scoring that ball with traffic. We really needed that. Now, if Lowry can put us up by 11. No, he doesn't. Lowry misses the free throw. A rare miss by Lauri Markkinen. Well, no, actually, second miss of the game. Oh, and the Blazers attack back. Tumani Kamara with a 3 there. An open 3. Jazz have got to do better. We have to do better. What is going on? Like, they are rushing too much. Walter Clayton there giving the ball away, and it looks like it's going to be Blazers' ball. Or is it? No, it's not. It's going to be Jazz ball. All right, Ace Bailey getting the ball on that one. Very close to giving the ball up. Very difficult for Walter Clayton Jr. to find someone. Walter Clayton was just not a good pass on that one. Kessler there. Kessler getting fouled. Looks like Kessler's going to go to the line to shoot 2. And we got 0.5 seconds on the shot clock. And it looks like the Jazz don't get one that off on the shot clock. That wasn't a good possession that they gave up. Gotta get your shot off. Really good defense there by the Blazers. I'm begrudgingly, I have to give that one up. No, you cannot let Jeremy Grant free. No, that is not the player that you let free. Come on. Come on, we got to play better defense. Jazz are only up by 4 right now. Yeah, Will Hardy needs to give them a token of a life. Yes, you, Walter Clayton. No, don't give this talk back there, Walter Clayton. Walter Clayton really messing up in their last set of plays, passing the ball, like just not taking care of the ball. Like, that is the first thing that we have to do the most. Just take care of it. The inbound pass to Ace Bailey. Ace Bailey, if it wasn't for Ace Bailey's length, being able just to get a tip on it and to be able to get, like, we would have lost possession again. Walter Clayton there just got to take care of the ball. We cannot be cavalier with this. Like, the Blazers are good enough to be able to beat us if we don't take care of the ball. But if we go out there and do the core things we need to do, take care of the ball, rebound, like, our talent quality, they don't have a chance. Like, they don't. Like, I rate Drew Holiday, but he ain't Lowry. Like, there's no way that they can beat us if we do just those small little things, rebound and take care of the ball. We can't lose. We just can't lose. Like, I just don't see it. Like, we got too much talent. We're better than them. And I don't say that a lot about the Utah Jazz, but I do believe that we are better than the Portland Trailblazers. Yes, they have Jeremy Grant there, who I think is very good. I think he's a very good player. And I mean, let's look at the scores. I mean, for Jeremy Grant, like, he's got 14 in 10 minutes. Like, he's just like, they are feeding him through our mistakes. Just not, again, Walter Clayton Jr. trying to double team the other guy when it's like, come on, like, Jeremy Grant is the problem. He's got the most points. Like, you always need to have someone on him. Don't make it easy for him. But again, just one of these lessons they need to learn. And the game isn't back. The game's coming back on break now, as I just said that. You know, they just got to learn from these. Just certain players you can't leave alone. It's like leaving Devin Booker alone for the Phoenix Suns just because it's a 3. It's like, come on, like, it's Devin Booker. Like, same thing in this game. It's Jeremy Grant. He's a quality player. He can shoot, drives to the basket. You cannot leave him out open. They're highlighting Ace Bailey and his contribution so far. He's got his six points in 7 minutes. All right, Walter Clayton there with the ball. Brings the ball up. Please take care of it. Passes it to Ace. Ace Bailey trying to set things up. Pass it to Filipowski. Filipowski to Markkanen. Markkanen! There we go. Lowry with a nice layup there on that one. And the Jazz are up by 6. Denny Avila there to Shaedon Sharpe. Back to Denny Avila. All right, we got somebody. Denny Avila to the corner to Shaedon Sharpe with a 3. Shaedon Sharpe there with a miss. Denny Avila does get the rebound, though. Lowry is on. I think that's Toumani Camara. Block by Lowry. But it's going to be Blazers' ball as the ball comes off of Lowry on that one. All right, Blazers with the ball. Drew Holiday has it, passes it to Denny Avila. Avila, is he going to go for a 3? No. To Shaedon Sharpe. Tries to drive to the basket. He mid-range. Shaedon Sharpe miss. Jazz have the ball now. Filipowski there with the rebound. Walter Clayton now has the ball. He brings the ball up. Pass it to Kessler, to Philly, to the corner, to Lowry. 3. There we go. There we go. Jazz once again applying pressure. The Jazz are up by 9 on that one. Let me put some cheering for that one. Send some positive vibes. Shaedon Sharpe there with a 3. Oof. Just as I speak. Jazz give away a 3 there. And the Blazers still in this. Ace Bailey with a 3. No, he doesn't get it for that one. That's fine. Drew Holiday has the ball now. Loses the ball. Good defense there by Walter Clayton. Denny Avila there. Drives to the basket and gets the layup. Jazz are only up by 4 now. The lead again has been reduced. Jazz just need to take care of the ball. So I believe someone's coming in the game. All right, Walker Kessler's on the bench. I think Nurkic is coming. Filipowski is also on the bench there as well. I'm assuming Taylor Hendricks. Yep, Taylor Hendricks is on the floor now. Yep, Nurkic has the ball. Oh, Keontae's back. Yes, we need some key. Major key alert. Oh, and he helps to set up Lowry Marketing, who gets the mid-range. Nice one, Lowry, for that one. All right. We got Tumani Kamara. Pass it to Wesley, who's back on the court. Wesley trying to drive to the basket. No, he puts that one to the corner. Shaedon Sharpe. Taylor Hendricks is on him, though. Oh, and it's a 3. Oh, that's an ugly 3. That's an ugly 3 that was made there by the Blazers. That's a gut punch. Nurkic there brings the ball up the court. Nurkic there passing it to Ace Bailey. Ace Bailey got off a dunk, but it is a foul on Ace Bailey. And Ace Bailey's going to go to a line. That was a foul by Shaedon Sharpe. Keontae George doing really nice to... Nurkic doing really nice to set up Ace Bailey. I think Ace Bailey and Nurkic in... All right, Ace Bailey. I can't remember. I don't know if Ace Bailey's taken any free throws yet this season. Well, he makes his first one. So I'm going to have to give the proverbial clap. Clap, clap, clap. Got to give a clap for that one. All right. Ace Bailey about to take his second free throw. Bryce Sensabaugh in the game as well. There we go. And Bryce, and I got to give another clap there for that one. Jazz are up by 5. He got 7 minutes left to go. Shaedon Sharpe has the ball. Screen set. Taylor Hendricks. In and out. Actually, Shaedon Sharpe was probably unlucky not to have that one. Taylor Hendricks has the ball. Brings the ball up the court. Taylor, drive to the basket. Taylor! Yes, Taylor Hendricks there. Got to give another clap for that. Taylor Hendricks not waiting for someone else to do. He's like, yes, I'm taking control. And another miss by the Blazers. Keontae George has the ball now. Keontae George drives to the basket. Taylor Hendricks. Oh, my God. Taylor Hendricks with the bad pass. Why? Just the confidence not there. Shaedon Sharpe with a 3. No. And the Jazz lead has been reduced again by 4. So Nurkic there getting a lot of pressure. I can't tell who. Nurkic there going to the line. I should really see who that Blazers player is. Who's number 25 from the Blazers? Or was that number 20? That could be Duop Reith. Yeah, number 26. Duop Reith. On that last play, Taylor Hendricks just needed a little bit more confidence to go up and attempt the shot, in my opinion. Jazz are up by 5, though. At least we've restored that. Denny Avila for the Blazers is coming back into the game. And Tumani Kamara is going out, so they're at least going to try to score a few more. Nurkic there with a free throw. He drains it that one. Jazz are up by 6 now. All right, Blazers have the ball. I believe that is Wesley. Shaedon Sharpe has the ball now. He's got Keontae George on him. Tries to go around. Shaedon Sharpe there. Passes it whilst in the air. And it's a complete miss by that's Rayan Rupert, if I may believe. And he goes for 3, but he completely airballs that one. Keontae George then received the inbound pass from Bryce. Keontae takes up the court. Backing down, screen set by Nurkic. Nurkic gets caught with a moving screen, so it looks like possession is given up. Okay, Blazers have the ball again. Denny Avila brings the ball up the court. Taylor Hendricks is on him, though. All right, that's that. Royu. Nope. Dewop Reith missed it with his layup. Taylor Hendricks with a 3. In and out. Here he goes. Jazz not doing well. We really should be driving to the basket more so than anything else. And it's a foul by Bryce Sensabaugh. Keontae George is on the floor. Please don't be hurt, Key. Please don't be hurt, Key. So it looks like Denny Avila need him in the knee. Hopefully he can shake it off. Hopefully he can shake it off. We can't be getting Key get hurt yet. We haven't even got Isaiah Collier. We're like, we need him right now. Lowry is coming back into the game, but we definitely need Key. It's a major Key alert. We need some Key. Denny Avila shoots his second free throw. Does get it though. Jazz are up by 4. Lead has been reduced. All right, ball goes in from Key. Jazz give it away. Poor passing there on that one. Nurkic with the turnover. Blazers with an open 3. I believe that's Dewop Reith. There with an open 3, and the Jazz are only up by 1 now. Just really silly foul, just like no need. And again, like Nurkic with another turnover. Like, come on, like no. All right, movement from the Blazers is so quick. Jazz can't get back. It's like, what is going on right now? Jazz have to turn this one around. Stop shooting the threes. Drive to the basket. Get the contact. Keontae George with a 3. He misses. They got to drive to the basket. We are not a good 3-point shooting side. Denny Avila right there with the ball. Passes it to Rayon Rupert. Wesley with the ball now. Again, Reith with the 3, and he drains it now. The Blazers are up by 4. What is going on? I am flabbergasted right now. Taylor Hendricks there hoops up a 3, but doesn't manage to do anything. And then finally, Keontae George drives to the basket, and they finally get a foul. But we got someone down from the Blazers. I don't know who that is. It's not Jeremy Grant. It's not Shaden Sharp. It could be Caleb Love. Could be Caleb Love. The Jazz not playing well right now. How many points have this right here is the problem. How have we let the Portland Trailblazers score 31 points to our 17? That's the problem right there. Like, it's poor offense. Well, you know what? I'm going to wait till halftime to really go deep into the stats, because like I really need to figure out like what is going on, why they haven't like why things are the way how they are. It's still a close game, but I very much would have liked a different scenario. I'm being completely honest. Like, you can't go and beat the Phoenix Suns and beat the Clippers and then you lose to the Blazers. That's just unacceptable. They haven't been that great. I need to drink some water. So it looks like we got someone in the chat. Let's see. Yeah, that is bad. Like 30. Hold on, let me click on it again. 31 points for the Blazers and 17 for the Jazz. That's that's the reason why the Jazz are losing right now. Purely on that. Even if they had 10 more points, whether the Blazers were winning 31 to 27, that would have been even more acceptable. That would have put them at least to been like down by 6. I would have still complained, but like it's clear and obvious what the problem is. Our offense has just not been great. Not been great. And we got to fix it. Like I've always said it, driving to the basket's the most important thing. And a lot of our guys look like they're allergic to doing that. So yeah, that is my thoughts. That's my 2 cents on it. Also, they're showing a clip of Damian Lillard was actually on the court shooting a few threes before the games, before anybody was in there, which is actually really good to see him back, at least getting some shots off. I know he's obviously plays for the Blazers, but great talent, great for the game of basketball. I'm definitely a fan. Like Dame time, I'm definitely a fan of that. So yeah, good to see him at least back and recovering. And my guess is that he's going to be out for the full season, if not maybe near the end. But we'll see. But we'll see. Okay. Game has begun, and Drew Holiday has the ball now. Oh, Lowry Marketing very close to getting the ball, but Drew Holiday has it. Drew Holiday with a midi, and he drains it. Nice one there for Drew Holiday. Blazers are up by 4. Oh, whistle blown again. I didn't see what happened there on that one. Huh. So they still got the camera pan to Damian Lillard. They're still talking about him and the journey and how much they appreciate him as a player. And I completely get. Damian Lillard is probably the second best 3-point shooter that's a point guard of all time. Right? So it's a foul on Keontae, and Keontae is about to take his 1 free throw. And I think the Jazz get possession. Keontae makes his free throw, and the Jazz are only down by 3. I'll take that. I'll take that. I want more, but I'll take that for now. They got the camera pan to Will Hardy as well. Will Hardy casually pacing. I know he must be thinking like, what the beep. All right, inbound pass comes from Filipowski. Svi Mihailuk is back on the court. We have grown to love us some Svi. Kessler there with the ball now. Tries to set one up there for Lowry. No, poor pass. What are you guys doing? There was a man right there in front of Lowry, and the Blazers there get an easy layup. And that's Wesley with an easy layup. Like, it's just like, guys, be patient. Poor pass it, and they give up, and they give up another possession again. Lowry there just running into a Blazers player. Keontae George there even saying, I'm reading his lips. Come on, bro. That's what I'm saying. Now, come on, bros. Like, what are you doing? Like, you giving up possession for that? Then you have Jeremy Grant there with a 3. Kessler there has the ball. Keontae George there driving forward. He does slow down to try to bring the Jazz in there. I think he's calling for a screen. Keontae George drives the basket. Oh, Keontae George misses, but Walker Kessler grabs the scraps and gets the dunk on that. Oh, great block on that one by Lowry Marketing. Good defense. Filipowski there bringing the ball up the court and eventually passes it to Lowry, who then passes it to Kessler. Back to Flip. Flip there to the basket. Doesn't manage to get anything on that one. But Walker Kessler, the cleanup crew, Walker Kessler. Flip got to do better on those. Oh, we got Ruth Adu up there with an open 3. Was it Reith? Can't be letting Reith with an open 3. And the Blazers there again. Up by 4. Is it a Jazz? A whistle call on Wesley. What did Wesley do? I can't tell from here. Yeah, I haven't seen anything that Wesley's done, so I don't know where that's come from. Okay, we got 9 points from Walker Kessler and 4 rebounds. We got just under 2 minutes to go. Keontae George goes to the line though. He shoots, drains it nice. That's what we need right now. Jazz are only down by 3. This is a bad defensive game from both sides. All that good defensive work that we've done in the past 2 games, I haven't seen a lot of it in this game. Keontae there's getting his second, and the Jazz are only down by 2. All right, Drew Holiday with the ball, passes to the corner. It's an open 3 by the Blazers. They miss. Where's the rebound? Guys, someone defend at the rim. Communication. No. Svi with the... All right, we got Svi with the ball. He brings the ball up. We got a minute and a half left. Kessler there near the top of the key. He drives forward. Pass it to Lowry, but it's a foul on Lowry as he tries to take a shot by Jeremy Grant, who looks like he's on Lowry, which makes sense. Jeremy Grant, one of the better offensive players that the Blazers have. And you would expect him to get the toughest assignment on for the Jazz, and that would be Lowry Marketing. Lowry gets ready to shoot his first. He shoots, and he scores. All right, I think we got a few changes here. At least from the Blazers side. I think the Jazz are making a few changes, but I can't really tell from this angle that the free throws are coming in. Oh, and Lowry misses another free throw. That's 3 free throws he's missed. That is very unconfident, Lowry. And the Blazers moving the ball so quick. So quick. The Jazz are just not getting in position to be able to defend. So it looks like Matisse Thybulle is out injured. That is great news for the Jazz. You know, I know we shouldn't want players to be out injured, but I want my Jazz to win. And whichever way we can get the win, the better. Drew Holiday driving to the basket. Drew Holiday there, putting the Blazers up by 5. We got almost a minute left in the second quarter. Keontae George there sets it up for Walker. Walker gets fouled, though. And send Walker to the line. Denny Avila complaining about it, but I think that was the right shot. That was the... All right, Walker Kessler about to take his first. He shoots and he scores. Yes. Jazz are only down by 4 right now. We got just under a minute to go. 58 seconds. I'm going to stop sharing the scores for now. All right. Blazers there, driving to the basket. Too easy. Oh, my God. Why are we letting Drew Holiday, an experienced player like him, just drive to the basket whenever he wants to? Did they forget that this is two-way basketball? That you have to defend? All right, ball comes in. Looks like Lowry taking a shot. They call an offensive foul on Walker, so the Jazz lose possession, but they get it back after a miss by the Blazers. Filipowski has the ball, brings the ball up the court, passes it to Keontae. Keontae there with a layup, and it does manage to get in. Looks like a tip in from Flip. Good one for Filipowski to continue getting something on the board. All right, we got 14 seconds left. Denny Avila has the ball. Keontae George is on him, though. Keontae George playing some really good defense. And the Jazz give one up with 2 seconds to go. Lowry hoofing it up. That's pretty poor. Jazz are down by 6. Jazz is down by 6. I got to look at the scores. I got to look at the detailed scores on what's going on. Because right now, like, let me refresh this. The Jazz let the Blazers score 46 points in a quarter. That's the problem. Like, yes, we scored 43 in a quarter, but nevertheless, like, that just can't be happening. Cannot be happening whatsoever. Okay. Where's my screen share? We got to look at this. I need to see what's going on. Like, I haven't even really been looking at the scores in detail or any of the stats in detail. And I got to go straight to the Jazz. I can't even look at the Blazers right now. What is going on here? Let's see. Lowry, 7 of 10 from the field. Okay, that's pretty good. 50% from 3, 60% from his free throws. Yeah, that's kind of poor. Like, you should be more like 80. And that goes for any player, not just Lowry. Lowry does have 19 points in his 18 minutes, though. So, like, not bad, but probably not good enough for, like, his standards, but not bad. Filipowski there with 12 minutes. He's got 4 points, no turnovers, just 1 foul, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal. Doesn't take a lot of shots, Filipowski. Only 3 shots. One 3-pointer there. Walker Kessler there. He's 4 out of 6 from the field. 10 points. Svi Mihailuk, 3 out of 4 from the field, 1 out of 2 from 3. Keontae George is 1 out of 6 from the field. That's bad. All right. This is a problem. Keontae George, that's a problem. That needs to be fixed. He's got 4 assists and 1 rebound. I can understand that. And then Taylor Hendricks, he's 2 out of 5 from the field. Yeah, that's not good enough. 0 out of 3 from 3. Yeah, that's not good enough. All right. Bryce has only played 7 minutes. I'm quite surprised with that. Bryce has only taken 1 shot and 1 3-pointer. Then you got Yusuf Nurkic is 1 out of 4. Like, no, that's not good enough. Ace Bailey, oh, no, sorry, not Ace Bailey. Walter Clayton was on the court for 8 minutes and he had no points, took no shots, no threes, no free throws. Like, what was he doing? What was he doing? Okay, Walter Clayton. Walter Clayton, no. Nurkic, you're not not efficient enough. And 4 turnovers, that's just like that's the worst. Like we were having no, like the turnovers gotta go. Too many turnovers. Walker Kessler with a couple of turnovers. I think we need Bryce. 7 minutes, 3 points. He's only taken one shot. Like he just hasn't had an opportunity to get in any type of rhythm. Bryce needs to be in there for an extended period of time. Like I thoroughly mean that. Yeah. You bring on Bryce. Taylor needs to improve. Like 40% from the field. Yeah, that needs to be 50% or more as far as I'm concerned. Ace Bailey's done well. He's 3 out of 4 from the field. Only taken 1 3 though, but he missed that one. And he's 2 from 2 with his free throws. Walter Clayton, that's been poor. No points in like 8 minutes. That's poor. Very, very poor. Okay. So the plan is, or what the plan should be, Bryce needs to get a longer stretch for sure. Like throughout the rest of this game, he needs to have a longer stretch. Bryce needs to play 25 minutes for the rest of this game. Well, let's say 18 minutes between the third and fourth quarter. Walter Clayton hasn't been great, like at least offensively. And then the turnover, like the Nurkic turnovers, woof. Yeah, that's like not great. Yeah, I think it's just lack of consistency when it comes to the offensive side. Me watching the game, it's like constant losing their assignments. The turnovers, like glaringly, the 4 turnovers there, like, yeah, you can't have 4 turnovers in a whole game. Nevertheless, you got 4 turnovers in half a game. That's that can't be happening. So those are my thoughts. Those are my thoughts. So I don't know. What do you guys think so far about the game? Oh, I didn't even have my view on. Yeah, what do you guys think so far in the game? I see that there are 3 people watching, and I know people have got some thoughts. What do you guys have to say? Leave your comments below. I'm going to go and get some more water. I definitely need a drink, maybe even a snack or schnack, to get myself back into tip top motivational. I need to spread some jazz positivity towards them. So yeah, I'm gonna go get some stuff to eat. I'll be right back. No longer than 2-3 minutes. Leave the comments below though. I do need comments. I need comments. All right, I'm back. I said I was gonna be quick. I did get myself a little snack though. Got myself a blueberry muffin. Do you see that? I'm gonna have myself a blueberry muffin, and I'm gonna watch this halftime show. I have no idea. Oh, actually, I do recognize him. I can't remember his name though. I'm right up. I got the commentator team talking about what do they think about the halftime. Oh no, they're not even talking about the Jazz right now. They're just talk. I mean, they're talking about Stockton right now. You know, like who doesn't love John Stockton? You know, if you're older than 30 years old, you probably know about John Stockton. John Stockton was fantastic. You know, I think he's still the assist leader. I think no one's even close to him. I think he's on like 1,500 assists. And then, like, I think it's what Mark, no, was it Jason Kidd? I think Mark Jackson's up there. Isaiah Thomas is up there. This one blueberry muffin is going to keep me nice and motivated. The turnovers just have to. Oh, beyond a shadow of a doubt. The turn to watch Yusuf Nurkic with the 4 turnovers was wild. Like I couldn't believe it. And I've still got obviously all the stats up there for the screen, so you guys could see it for yourself. Like it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. But the Jazz are just they're being really sloppy on play right now and really sloppy defensively. I don't know if it's like a mindset thing, like because if their mindset is not and the fact that oh this is the Trailblazers, we can just rock up and beat them. They got another thing coming. Will Hardy needs to go in there and give them just a good talking to, what my mom used to call a good hiding. So if you don't have League Pass and you're watching this, the halftime show is they're showing Ace Bailey from the draft from his point of perspective. He just looks so happy there. Like you gotta love Ace, right? Ever since he got rid of that manager, or I guess unofficial manager, things have been great. And it's been a good game for him so far. Hopefully he can get more minutes and maybe he will be the impactful player to kind of turn this game around. But so far it's been a learning experience for him. Well, it looks like they're making an attempt to come back now. They got a picture of Utah right now, like scoping out the capital. So it looks so beautiful. They're showing the leading scorers right now. We've let that Duop Reith get 9 points. And he's from the bench. And then when you look at our bench, you're like, what's coming from our bench? Right now, it's only Ace Bailey, like from our bench. We got another comment by the Wandering Wizard. Would definitely like to see more Ace in the. I think we're gonna need him. We're gonna need him and Bryce. We need more offense, but at the same time, we need no more turnovers. At least a lot less turnovers. We need to be forcing turnovers and getting back and defending. Like, defense has got to be the primary objective right now. That is the only way that we're going to go up and win this game, like unequivocally. Like, we can't, I know the Blazers are a good side, but like we can't be letting the Blazers get 40 points in a quarter. No way. I hear you there, Wandering Wizard. I hear you. Oh, crap. They've already started. Oh. All right. Denny Avila with the ball. All right. Lowry's on him, though. Avila to the corner. Shaden Sharp there to Jeremy Grant. And he misses. Nice. Oh, the Jazz don't get the rebound. And Tumani Kamara with the layup. Even Thorough Bailey is saying the same things that I've been saying. It's the second chance opportunities that they're giving the Blazers. That's the problem. Cannot give second chance opportunities. All right, Tumani Kamara with an open three. He misses. And then it's a foul now on Filipowski. It's like, come on, guys. Like, we literally started like a minute ago. All right, still Blazers ball. It's going to be side out, though. That's a good thing. You wouldn't have want him to get. How is the muffin? The muffin's pretty good. It's not fully eaten yet because the game started. So until they go on break, that'll be when I go back to probably eating the muffin. Or as I start to get hungry, the more I talk. But thank you very much for asking the Wandering Wizards. I appreciate that one. All right, we got another three by the Blazers. No! Oh, that time by Drew Holiday. All right, Keontae George getting around Tumani Kamara, just defending against him like a dog. Filipowski there. Oh, that should have been such an easy layup by Filipowski. Denny Avila there going to the basket, getting an easy one, and the Blazers up by 10 after just 2 minutes in the third quarter. It's like, come on, guys, time to wake up. All right, Jazz missed that one. Keontae there with a floater to the corner there to Denny Avila with an easy three. No, he doesn't get it, but Markkanen gets the rebound, though. All right, Lowry with the ball, pass it to Key. Key goes around, sets up Kessler, block. I believe that's Donovan Clingan with Donovan Clingan with the block, number 23 for the Blazers. All right, looks like it's gonna be Jazz ball, but timeout's been called by the Blazers, I think. No, no, maybe by the Jazz. Oh, Blazers did call a timeout. But that was a quick break. Very, very quick break. I'll share this tab instead. I just prefer it's just a lot more sleeker in comparison to the ESPN one. But I will share the ESPN one at the end so I can take a look at all the details, at least the details of the box score stats, like what I did at halftime. The Jazz are down by 10. This is crazy. And then, okay, we got double digits. We got Drew Holiday, we got Shaden Sharp and Jeremy Grant there. No, oh, and Denny Avila there. See, that's not good. How many of us are in double digits? Okay, we got 3 guys in double digits: Lowry, Kessler, and Key. Flips close with 7. Ace Bailey's with 8. Actually, Ace Bailey's numbers actually like pretty good. 8 points, 2 rebounds in 11 minutes. Yeah, that's pretty solid. Pretty solid overall work. Maybe just giving Ace Bailey those 12, 16 minutes a game, maybe that's good for him. But definitely this game has been an improvement for Ace Bailey. So I'm happy with him in that respect. And again, we all have to remember, like it's earlier on in the season. Like this really is game 4. So like Ace Bailey has plenty of time to show us like what he can do. Walter Clayton Jr. hasn't been in the game for a while. I mean, I understand why that was. It's because he was probably giving the ball away too many times. Like the passes that he was giving up was just like, or at least the passes that he was attempting were just not very good ones, putting his teammates under pressure. But at some point, Keontae George is going to need a rest. All right, game is back though. They're doing a review on the Donovan Clingan block. So when he blocks the shot, Clingan, he blocks it right into Kessler's hand, and it's going to be Blazers' ball. All right, Denny Avila with a 3. They miss, but Kessler gets the ball. Another rebound by Kessler. That again, another turnover. What are you guys doing? Why there was no need for that pass. No, there's so what? What were you thinking? They're really under it. Keontae George with a 3. Oh, he hits a 3. That's really good. Really good. Jazz are now down by 9. All right. Marketing is on Shaden Sharp right now. It's a miss there. It looks like it's a kick ball. Oh, they're showing the highlights from the Keontae George 3. It was a very nice 3. Keontae George was completely set on that one, was able to get his form up right. The Jazz's 3-point shooting percentage in this game is 38%. They're 8 out of 21. The Blazers are 44%. Oh my God, no. Like, what are they doing? What are they doing? Jeremy Grant there with a mid-range. He misses it. Lowry was in his face, though. They do get a second chance opportunity because of Donovan Clingan with the rebound. All right, Denny Avila trying to get past Markkanen, but he gets fouled by Markkanen, and he gets sent to the line. Bad defending, guys. Bad defending. All right, Denny's out there going to shoot one. He drains it. Jazz down by 13 right now. Ace Bailey is in the game. So Wandering Wizard, we are getting Ace Bailey back into the game. Looks like Lowry's probably going to move to the 4 and then Ace Bailey at the 3. We definitely need Ace right now. Or maybe it's probably going to switch. Probably Svi Mihailuk and Ace Bailey are going to switch between the 2 and the 3. That'd probably be my guess. Ace Bailey, nice one there by Ace Bailey, setting up Walker Kessler there. All right. Ace Bailey there with a foul on Denny Avila. That's probably not a bad foul to make. And I only say that because Denny Avila hasn't always gotten his free throws. So not a bad foul by Ace. Oh, I don't think Denny Avila is going to the line. It's side out. Okay, that's fine. All right, Shaden Sharp there. Denny Avila has the ball. He drives to the basket now to Clingan, and Clingan gets an easy dunk. All right, Svi Mihailuk. Svi right there. She's got Shaden Sharpness on him. Can he get past him? Yes, he does. To Markkanen. Lowry there, backing him down. Hook shot. No. Kessler there to the line. Goes out, but then back out. Lowry there resets. Start again. That's what we want. Another chance. Lowry there with the fadeaway. Doesn't manage to get it, but good attempt by Lowry on that one. It's a defending. There we go. Another block. Ace Bailey there with getting the rebound. Ace. Keontae George with a 3. Hey, Keontae George there with a 3. Finally, we get something good to chat about. Where's the cheering? I need my cheering. I need my cheering. I need more. Where's the cheering, guys? There we go. I need to feel good. I know the Jazz just gave up a 2 there on that layup by Tumani Kamara, but I'm just looking at the highlights from that Ace Bailey 3. That was actually some good play by Ace on that one. You know, Ace might not get 20 points in this game or 25, but so far he's played a good, solid game. Just done all the right things. I think he's had a bit of rhythm. You could tell probably like Will Hardy's just kind of dialed it back in terms of exposure, but like he's done well in this game so far with the minutes that he's been providing. I don't think he's been overly taxed. Could this be a game for Cody Williams? You know, I'm not a big Cody fan, but the Jazz definitely could do with another source of energy. Bryce Sensabaugh in the game. We finally get Bryce back. Bryce hasn't been in this game for a while. From the 7th minute mark, you got most of the starters are on like 20 minutes. And I get it. Part of that is part of the defensive aspect. But if we can get Bryce shooting, which based on what he's already done in the game, offensively, Bryce should be able to give us something. All right, we got Keontae George there. Screen set by Nurkic. Screen there set. Ace Bailey. Ace Bailey to Nurkic. And Nurkic could not finish at the rim. A good synergy there between Ace Bailey and Nurkic. Ace Bailey, the smile that Ace Bailey once had, kind of fading away. Definitely more concentrating with how the games go. But it's a turnover there by Ace Bailey. It's fine. It's fine. I can accept a turnover like that and not turnovers based off of silly fouls. But it is Blazers ball. All right, we got, I think that's Heath back again. No, Denny Avila. No, Tamani Kamara there with the dunk. Blazers are over 100 now. All right, Lowry there to Nurkic. Bryce there with a three. I understand that they want to get the three ball, but guys, the only way you're going to get out of this is defense. So you might as well drive to the basket, get fouled, and get sent to the line. All right, Keontae George has the ball now. Inbound pass from Bryce. Key, what is he going to do? He's got Wesley that's on him. Keontae George get past him. Now he's got Jeremy Grant on him. Gets past him. Fade away. No. Jeremy Grant now has the ball. And he's going to bring the ball up the court. Gets past Lowry. Does manage to get the ball stolen from him by Bryce Sensabaugh, playing some good defense there. Lowry drives to the basket. Lowry gets fouled, though. Gets pulled down. It's probably going to be side out on that one, though. That one's by Jeremy Grant. We got a couple comments in the chat. This game is... All right. Queens get the money. The game ain't over till it's over. It ain't over. Like, I see at one point I had like 5 people watching. Now it's at like 2 people. The game ain't over till it's over. Like, we're staying there to the end. Lowry with it, gets his free throw. The Jazz can make a comeback. If somehow they switch on the defensive part of their brains and just play defense for like half a quarter or for like the rest of this quarter and just play like decent offense, I guarantee you we can come back into this game. Queens get the money. Lowry hits his second one. Jazz are down by 15. Denny Avila with the ball. Passes it to Wesley. Back to Avila. He's got Key on him. Wesley with an open three. That's bad defending right there. That is bad defending. Wesley was wide open. I don't know who these defensive assignments are supposed to be on. I don't know if that was supposed to be Ace Bailey. Oh, and where was that pass coming from? Bad pass by Key. Ace Bailey with a monster block right there. Okay. Key's on Denny Avila with a three. He misses. Nice one by Key, forcing the three. All right. Nurkic has the ball. Nurkic there to Keontae George. Keontae George goes round, tries to set up Nurkic with the spin, over and above, hook shot, doesn't manage to get it. Nurkic has not been great in this game. At least offensively, he hasn't. Tumani Kamara that goes to the basket. It's that goaltending. It looks like it's going to be Tumani Kamara is going to be going to the line to shoot 2 after Ace Bailey gets the block on that one and it goes out. Tumani Kamara gets the free throw. Jazz are down by 19 now. Okay. Again. Yep. Jazz are now down by 20. It's not over until it's over. Or at least if the Jazz are down by 20 in the last 2 minutes of the game, then I can kind of understand. Okay, we got Walt Clayton. He's back. He's been in purgatory since the first quarter. Completely understand why, though. But right now, we need to see exactly what sticks. Hopefully, he's hungry and is out there ready to defend. Jazz get the ball back. Svi high look. Bryce Sensabaugh with an open three. No, Jazz don't get it with that one. Bryce Sensabaugh's threes lately just have not been that potent. All right, Bryce with the ball. Brings the ball up the court. We got Walter Clayton Jr. with it. Walter Clayton now. Back to Nurkic. Nurkic with a three. Oh, wow. No. Can we drive to the basket, guys? Can we drive to the basket? Offensive foul. No, ref didn't call it. Nurkic there gets the spin and the layup. All right. Jazz down by 16. Still not bad. We can still come back into this, especially if we get a stop right now. Taylor Hendricks is in the game. Too easy for Denny Avido on that one. All right, Walt Clayton has the ball. Clayton. I think it's Rayan Rupert. Oh, my God, and it's another turnover. Can't be getting a turnover. All right, Will Hardy, we need Elijah Harkless in it. No, you know what? No. We're trying to avoid turnovers right now. This isn't good. This isn't good. Where's my muffin? I need my muffin. The turnovers have cost us. Bad defending has cost us the most. That's why we're losing this game. We haven't been great offensively, but it's the turnovers. That is where the Jazz are messing up big time. And hold on, let me go and check. What was ESPN saying? Keontae George has got 4 turnovers. Kessler's got 2. Nurkic still with his 4 turnovers. Yeah, it's not good. Hold on. And then what do the Blazers have on turnovers? Wow. Okay, Blazers have 2 guys with 3 turnovers. And Tamani Kamara has 2. So they got, let's see, we got 5, 8, 9, 10. Throughout their whole team, the Blazers have 10 turnovers. Throughout their whole team. The Jazz, across 3 players, have 10 turnovers. In total, though, the Jazz have, let's see, we got 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 turnovers. 14 turnovers. Listen, this is what the Jazz are causing me to do. They're trying to cause me just to eat myself, to try to deal with the pain of the Jazz playing so bad right now. Yeah. London Wizards, that's why we're losing this game. The turnovers, bad defending, they're the 2 key reasons. We haven't been that great offensively, but that's what's killed us. We can score all we want, but if we're not defending, and we're not taking care of the ball and reducing turnovers, then it's like, what's the point? And Drew Holiday right there draining a 3. We got just under 2 minutes left. I mean, what is the referee doing? Hold on. Was that another turnover by Yusuf Nurkic? Oh, it's no. Nurkic, no. Nurkic has 5 turnovers. This is looking like how it was last season. Like, no. That is unacceptable. All right. Clingan has the ball now. Passes it to, is that to Wesley? Yes, Wesley's got the ball. Wesley there out to Clingan. Nurkic again. He fouls Clingan, and it looks like the Blazers are going to get sent to the line. Jazz are down by 19. We can make a comeback. We can make it. Okay, we got a minute left in the third quarter. Walter Clayton has the ball now. Nurkic has it. Please set a proper screen, Nurkic. To Bryce. Bryce gets fouled. Bryce goes to the line. Okay. Who is the number 2 for the Blazers? I've seen him quite. No, I didn't ask for that. That is not what I asked for. Caleb Love. Okay. Caleb Love fouls Bryce Sensabaugh. Bryce does make his first free throw, which is good. All right, steal there by Svi Mihailuk. Oh, but he loses the ball. No. No. Svi there gets the steal, dribbles in between 2, and just like slips. It's like something out of a cartoon from the 70s. And I'm not that old. I'm just saying, like, I've seen stuff on YouTube. All right. So we got Drew Holiday with the ball now. Svi is on him, though. We got 10 seconds to go. 9, 8, 7. He's still got the ball. Shaden Sharp there with a 3. No, sorry. That was by Ryan Rupert. We got 5 seconds to go. Come on. Where's the hustle? Let's go. Drive to the basket. Wow. And Walter Clayton, it was like taking his time to the basket. Come on. This is not a good game to be at home. Oh, I think we got something here. It looks like Walter Clayton got fouled at the end, but they're considering whether he got it off beforehand, because then it would mean that he'd have to shoot 2. which is why you should have tried to go up and score earlier. Yep, looks like Jazz are going to get a couple of free throws. All right, Jazz are going to get a couple of free throws. Hey, every little helps, so I will take this. Okay. That means that, instead of being down by 20, we'll be down by 19, but all right, Walter Clayton makes his first, which is great. Get the lead down to 20. Can we get it to less than 20 and make a comeback in the fourth quarter? Yes, we do. Jazz is just down by 19. That's fine. We go to the fourth quarter. We're going to need to bring the big dogs. We're going to need Keontae. We're going to need the big three. We're going to need Filipowski, Kessler, Markkanen. We're going to need some more Svi. That is what we are going to need. Then maybe we can do something. We're going to have to play great defense, but the Jazz could come back after being 20 down. Like, yes, it's still winnable. Still winnable. If it had gotten to like 25, if it had gotten closer to like 30, that's where you might have a problem. But 20, that can be done. That can be done. So it's still there. It's gonna be tough, but like we could still do it. We can still do it. It could be a great comeback. Could be a really great comeback. But let's just stay positive with it and see what happens. Hopefully things will switch on and they think, you know what, time to play some defense. Stop turning the ball over. But looking at how everything is right now, we got Filipowski with 7 points in his 16 minutes played. But he does have 3 assists and 4 rebounds, which, you know what, that actually isn't too bad. Larry Markkanen in there with 21 in 26 minutes, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. Walker Kessler there with 12, 8 rebounds, 2 assists, close to getting a double-double there, Walker Kessler. Svi Mykhailiuk, he's got 7 points, 2 rebounds in his and 1 assist in his 23 minutes. Keontae George there with 16 points, 5 assists, and 1 rebound. That's pretty good for Key. Taylor Hendricks there with 5 and 15, 4 rebounds. Ace Bailey there with 8 points in his 15 minutes, but he's got 2 assists and 3 rebounds. We got to get Ace to double-digit points. That, for me, is a goal. If you play him like 20 minutes, if he can average like 10 points, 3 assists, 5 rebounds, I'll take that. That'll be a good progress of a game for Ace Bailey. Like, we have to remember, he's young. You got Bryce Sensabaugh there. He's got 5 points, 5 rebounds, and an assist in his 14 minutes. Like, Bryce is normally the one that we expect to give us a lot of points. Like, Bryce alone could probably give you another 10 to 12 points. Yusuf Nurkic. Yusuf Nurkic stats wise looks pretty good. He's got 13 points, 4 assists, and 4 rebounds. But if you're watching the game, you'd be thinking, look at these turnovers, man. Like, just bad passing. The game is back now, which is good. Maybe the Jazz could shave off some of this. Oh, great layup there by Marketing. Nice one, Lowry. Jazz are down by 17. They just hit the 100 mark. We got 11 minutes to go, people. Looks like the comeback is on. Donovan clinging there. We left Shaden Sharp out with a 3. Good one. Shaden Sharp there with a miss. Good thing that they missed. All right, we got Walter Clayton on the ball. Walter Clayton there. Wolf Lake City setting it up for Kessler. Kessler turns it over, though, and Drew Holiday has the ball. Shaden Sharp drives to the basket, and he gets it. Jazz is back up, being down by 19. All right, Walker Kessler with the ball. To Marketing. Lowry with a 3. No. Got to drive to the basket, boys. Shaden Sharp does have the ball. He brings it up the court. Got Taylor Hendricks there. That is Elijah Harkless is in the game. Elijah's on him. Cody's in the game. Oh, and that is Jeremy. Is that Jeremy Grant? Or is that Kate? No, that is Drew Holiday there with a 3. And they are up by 22 right now with just under 10 minutes to go. Lowry with a 3. Lowry doesn't get the 3. All right. We got Drew Holiday with the ball. Passes it out to Jeremy Grant. To Klingon with a 3. Klingon misses. Thank God he misses. Now Jazz can make up. Cody with the ball. Cody misses out, but Cody actually forces the Blazers to turn it over as they just managed to get a touch on the ball. So it's Jazz ball. Or is it? I'm pretty sure that was Jazz ball. I'm pretty sure that was Jazz ball. Oh, they call a foul on Cody Williams. That's why. All right. Elijah Harkless with the ball. No, Elijah Harkless defending the guy with the ball. Then we got Shaden Sharp there on the ball now. They foul Elijah. That should be a foul. We know Elijah Harkless. He's going to defend. All right, Walker Kessler there. No, Jazz. We have to stop it with these across the court passes. Walker Kessler with a 3. Yes, about damn time the Jazz score a 3 and Walker Kessler drains it. That's what we needed. Jeremy Grant there. Bounce pass to Klingon. Shaden Sharp there has the ball now. Somebody get... great defending. Great defending by Elijah Harkless. Forces the turnover. So they're showing the replays of the Walker Kessler 3. The assist from Elijah Harkless. All right, Keontae's got the ball from the inbound pass from Elijah Harkless. Jazz are down by 19. They can make a comeback in this game. Efficient scoring efficiency and good defending. Keontae George, they're driving to the basket. Lowry, Elijah Harkless with a 3. No. We got to drive to the basket, guys. We cannot hide. We should not fear the Klingon. Cody Williams with the rebound now. Oh, my God, and Cody Williams gives it up. What the hell? No. Oh, my God. The Jazz doing really well, but Cody there giving the ball up. No. Cody there, with, as far as I'm concerned, is the biggest rookie mistake. Cody dribbles the ball on his foot and he loses the ball. And Jeremy Grant, of all people who I've talked about all game, has been one of their biggest threats, that he's the one that you do not foul, do not make stupid mistakes around. Jazz down by 20. We got 7 minutes and 45 seconds to go. Down by 21 now. 124 to 103. All right, there we go. Keontae George driving up the court, gets fouled, and now he gets sent to the line. They're saying Jazz have gone 27 out of 33 from the free throw line. Can they make it 28? Yes. Keontae George, they're getting a free throw. Jazz now down by 20. Keontae George putting us there. He's got 17 points and 5 assists. 9 out of 9 from the free throw line. About to shoot his 10th. Keontae George trains it. We got another comment in the chat. What is the chat saying? As a Blazers fan, I feel for you, mate. Too many unforced turnovers for the Jazz tonight. You're damn right. Like, all I've seen is piss poor defending. Too many turnovers. Like, wow. Like I said at the beginning of the stream, Ernest Diego, that yes, I do. The Blazers are on the same level as the Jazz, and everybody's been saying that the Blazers are low key could sneak into a playoff position. Into play-in position, and we just have not shown up after having two really good games against the Clippers and the Suns. So I don't know what happened. I don't know what they were doing, why they just chose not to take care of the ball. But hopefully they could fix it for the next game against Phoenix, because I'm telling you, like watching Colin Gillespie and Grayson Allen and Devin Booker, like we have to take care of the ball. They will blow us out if we do not take care of the ball. All right, Jazz have got the ball now. Larry Markkanen. There we go. There we go. Jazz trying to put up a fight. I will take that. I will take that. Jazz are down by 14. 14. Maybe we can do something. Game was about to go on a break, but we're down by 14. Are the Jazz just going to make it difficult for themselves and come out with the win here? But come out with the win near the end? It would be something like sport to do something like that for you. The Jazz to be down by 20 by the beginning of the fourth. I think they've got about, what? We got about 7 minutes left, and now they're down by 14. It would be something. And then what's probably going to happen is that the Jazz will be down by 7 by like 3.5 minutes. And then it's going to be what we call in England squeaky bum time. Okay, so Ernest Diego says, to be fair, the Blazers are almost full court pressing all the time. Yeah, and they've been really great. They've been really great. Like, they're just not giving the Jazz like anything. But even besides that, like, I felt that even before the Blazers start to come back into the game, I felt that they were doing a lot of the right things. Jeremy Grant, he was a constant problem. The Blazers are leading the league in turnovers. I did not know that. I did not know that. I didn't do any prep before. For me, this is just like I'm just coming on to watch, and I'll do some commentary and I'll talk about it. But for the Blazers to be leading the league, then the Jazz are very, very lucky because any other team would have probably smoked them right now. Then I did not realize that. If that is true, like 20.9% of turnovers, yeah, that's not great. Because so far, I don't know what their percentage is this game, but I will say, just looking at the amount of turnovers that they have, okay, they're considerably a lot more. No, they've got what 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. They've got 11 turnovers in this game, and the Jazz have got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh my God, 15. The Jazz have got 19 turnovers. And the last time I looked at this, I think was at the beginning of the fourth, and we had like 15. Like, okay, okay, defensive turnover. Okay, okay, all right. Now I understand. Now I understand. All right. No, I agree. Like you guys have played really good defense, but I think that's probably one of the reasons why the Blazers have been considered one of those teams that are favored for a play-in. You know, they have all the pieces there, and they've got really good depth. Yep, 19 turnovers is brutal. It's that 19 turnovers is the kind of numbers that we saw last season. You got Elijah Harkless there defending like a demigod, loses possession, gets possession back, goes for the reset. Please drive to the basket, guys. Oh, Larry marketing them close to getting a lob pass, but it looks so much things are happening there right now. Jazz are down by 13. It looks like they're gonna. There was a foul. Oh God, Keontae's gone to the back. Keontae gets hit in the face. Oh man, no, we need key. We need key right now. Like we oh, that's not good. No, I agree. I agree. Ernest Diego. Like we do still have a chance. You know, I, yeah, it's one of those where like I rate the Blazers. I think that they're on the same level as us, and when they're playing well, like I just think that they're going to be difficult. So to be down by 20, it's an uphill battle. Um, but yeah, no, I still believe that yeah, there's a chance. So I'm staying into the stream to the end, and you know let's see what happens. Like in sport, like anything could really happen. Like anything could really happen. So yeah, just need to take care of the ball. Unfortunate bump. Yeah, that sucks. Yeah. No, I completely agree with you there. I need to change my camera battery. I literally this only takes about 60 seconds, but I'll have to turn the camera off for about 60 seconds, but I'll be right back. Okay. There we go. Battery is changed. I might have to invest in a new camera. These things only really last about 2 hours and a half, 2.5 hours. Okay. This is what we got at. We got Larry with a lob. Was it a foul on Larry? Yeah, foul on Larry. Larry's going to go to the line. Can come on, Larry. He's been a bit up and down on free throws, Larry. All right, he hits that one. So the Jazz are down by 12, and we got just under 6 minutes to go. All right, Larry there with a second. He hits it. Okay, Jazz are now down by 11. This is all right. Is that Keontae George or is that Cody? No, that's Cody. Elijah Harkless, the demigod, has struck again with some great defense. When I put up that YouTube short giving Elijah Harkless that love, like you just gotta love a guy that just defends. Like that's what you want to have, like in your team. Like very good by Elijah Harkless. All right, Walter Clayton is there. Marketing with a three, the long three. Cody Williams gets it. All right, Cody there driving to the basket. Out. Walker with a three. Oh my God. Oh my God. There we go. Walker Kessler with a three. Guys are down by 8. All right. We got Denny Avito with the ball. Denny trying to get past Marketing. Out there. Kamara with a three. Oh, and Kamara hits a three. And the Blazers are back scoring. All right. Jazz are now down. Oh, good drive there by Walter Clayton, but he does miss the layup. Cody there. Cody's got to defend. Cody, the other man. All right. We got Walter Clayton that's on him now. He's on Denny Avida. Sharp with a three. Air ball. Elijah Harkless. We are going to have to show some love towards Elijah Harkless because he's defending very well right now. He got that air ball shot by Shaedon Sharp. And now, is he going to go to the line? What's that going to be? He's going to the line. But you know what? I still wouldn't underestimate Shaedon Sharp, even though he has gone a bit cold from the first half. Yeah, Walker Kessler shooting threes. Yeah, he shoots threes now, which was a lot different from last season. I mean, so far Shaedon Sharp is like, if you look at the game overall, Shaedon Sharp he's been all right. I think he's like 40-50% from three. Oh my God, it looks like Denny Avdija is injured. I don't know what's happened there. Like Cody hardly even touched him. No, I think he's all right. I think Denny, he's going to take a couple of free throws. It was a hard fall, definitely for sure. And I thought when he was on the floor for that like moment, I was like, oh, Like, is this more serious than I think? But like, he got up somewhat quickly, and like, it looks like he's fine. But Denny Avila, he's a good, solid player. Like, I like him. He's one of those all round type of players. He does a bit of everything. He scores, he creates, rebounds. With him, it's just efficiency. That's going to be dependent on whether like he turns into like a star. All right, Jazz got a layup there by Larry Marketing. Jazz are down by 10. You got Tumani Kamara there in the corner. But now Cody's on Denny. We got somebody free. Drew Holiday does get the mid-range, though. Blazers up by 12. We got 3 minutes left. 3.5 minutes left. Is that Keontae? We got Keontae George back into the game. Keontae George does get fouled, though. Nice foul by Key. Keontae George right there talking trash on the sidelines to Dame Lillard. I saw that camera there. I love it. I love it. You gotta love it, man. If Denny continues to play like this, I bet he'll on the All-Star this year. I wouldn't be surprised. He had a good Eurobasket. I will say that. Very good Eurobasket with Israel. And if he just had better players around him, like there's no doubt he couldn't have had a Eurobasket like how Larry Markkinen had with Finland. He's a very good player. Very good player. I think he's pretty underrated. Like people just that they don't really like think about Denny Avila, but he's got all the skill set that you would need in order to be a successful player. It's just consistency with him. That's all. Yeah. So they got the camera panned on Elijah Harkless because they were talking about a lot of the defensive stops. Like Elijah Harkless has been really great for that. He's been the reason why we even have a chance to get back in this game. And I'm sure at the end of the game, Will Hardy's going to talk in his press conference about Elijah Harkless and what he's done. All right, we got Keontae George going to the line. I think he's going to shoot 2. He shoots for the first one. Drains it. Nice. All right, Jazz is down by 11. Keontae shoots again. Drains it. Nice one. All right, Jazz are down by 10. We got 3 minutes and about 10 seconds to go. Drew Holiday with the ball. I think that's Keontae George that's on him. Cody's. Is Cody or is that Cody? I think that's Cody right there. Oh, yeah, that's Cody. All right, Cody. You got him, Cody. There we go, Cody. Nice defense, Cody. That's right. Cody playing some really good defense there. Shout out to Cody Williams. Shot clock violation on the Blazers on that one. This is the time where the Jazz should capitalize on the shot clock violation. All right, Keontae George there. Drive to the basket, Keontae. It looks like they call a foul on Key. And Will Hardy's on the sideline. Is just like he's giving him the stink eye right now. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing, ref? That is not a push off. That is not. I disagree with that one. Okay, we got is that Jeremy Grant on the ball? No, Drew Holiday's on the ball now. Keontae George is on him though. Pass it to Klingen. No, to Denny Avila. Denny Avila to Klingen. But the Jazz get the interception. Kessler has the ball, though. Great defense by Denny Avila there. George has the ball. Gets past. You got Shaden Sharp on him. Cody Williams. Cody Williams. Cody Williams. There we go, Cody. Imposing himself onto the game. That's what we've needed from Cody for a long time. Nice one for Cody for that. Jazz are now down by 8, but we do have 2 minutes left. Not sure if it's going to be enough time. Denny Avila on the ball. Time wasting. That is not an offensive foul, but the ref calls a foul. You got Jason Terry on the outside giving a few words to Cody. Probably in regards to the foul that he just gave away. Just really smart play by Denny Avila on that one. I've got to give it to the... All right, so... Ernest Diego says, I've got to give it to the Jazz. They didn't just shut it down and look at them now clawing back. Yep. You know, listen, this team has shown that they've got some fight in them. Even after, as far as I'm concerned, making a lot of mistakes. You know, they've got the fight to keep trying to come back. And they are. And they are. They're gonna make it a close one. If we can get a couple of stops on the Blazers. I mean, right now, Blazers are dragging it out. They're trying to encourage somebody to foul them. Drew Holiday, just a vet. He knows what to do. Oh, shot clock violation, Jazz ball. But it's a minute 20. Time is running out. And as much as, you know, we love twos, we probably need some threes right now and a couple more stops. All right, Elijah Harkless is on the court. Kind of got to turn the time up on this. Drew Holiday goes around him. All right, to Kessler. Kessler's got the ball now. Drew Holiday now. Keontae driving to the basket. Keontae there with a 2. Nice layup. Jazz are down by 5. They got 60 seconds to go. I hear you, but can we get 5? Can we get 6 points and win the game in 50 seconds? 45 seconds. 40 seconds. And another steal by the Jazz. Cody with a layup. Cody Williams. We got Jazz are now down by 3. Wow. They left it near the end. I mean, the Jazz are causing me a lot of problems. This is terrible for my blood pressure. This is terrible. That's what the Jazz needed. Drive to the basket. Force them to try to foul you. Great layup there by Cody Williams. I'm watching the highlights at the moment for those last couple of plays. Even Isaiah Collier there is on the court right now, giving excitement to his teammates. Jazz fans are standing up. Old and young. They're showing the pictures. Fans are excited. We got 35 seconds to go. Literally. 35 seconds. What can we do in that time? And we are down by 3. I do not want to go to overtime. I'm making this absolutely clear. I don't want to go to overtime. What I want is I want the Jazz to go and win the game, if they can, in regulation. We still got to play great defense. We still have to make sure we don't foul. Yeah, Ernest, like it could happen. Here we yeah, if we get a 3, but like I don't a 3 would make sense, but we haven't been great at shooting the 3 all night. And we got to stop the Blazers at the same time, but here we go. Here we go. It's a straight up belief time. Come on, Jazz fans. Let's see. Shaden Sharp with the drive. It's a block. That's a block. Let's go. Let's go, Lowry. Okay, Lowry with the ball. Oh, he's getting fouled. He's getting fouled. Ref, call a foul. Call a foul. We got 9 seconds to go. The Jazz are down by 3. Oh. Looks like Lowry got fouled in that last set, but like we really just need him to go and he has to make the free throws. All right. It's just going to be straight foul the Blazers on this one. Hopefully that they miss. Like, who have the Blazers got that are just bad free throw shooters right now? Maybe Klingon. Klingon's the one that you're probably going to have to foul. You don't want to foul Jeremy Grant or Drew Holiday or Kamara or Denny Avito. You're going to have to foul Klingon. Yeah, Klingon's the one that you're going to have to foul. And I think that's how it's going to be. That's a fair play, Ernest Diego. So Ernest says this is the downside of the Blazers play style. It's hard to sustain the intensity they've got on defense. It's pretty true. Like they do seem a little bit flat, the Blazers at the moment. But like I just can't underestimate them. Because every time I've underestimated them, they've come in and they've proved me wrong. Yeah. Yeah, Klingon is the one that they're going to have to foul, but you know they're going to try not to pass the ball to Klingon. That's why Drew Holiday is at the line right now, and he's probably one of the best. My guess is he's at least 80%. And he makes both his free throws. Understandable. Jazz are now down by 2, but they have the ball now. You would think, my guess, that the Blazers are going to do one more shout at full press court basketball because the Jazz are probably going to try to go for the 3. They're probably going to try to go for 3. They're showing all the highlights of some of the key moments in the game so far, particularly in the fourth quarter. Elijah Harkless being one of the key reasons why the Jazz were able to even come back into this. And if they do manage to get the win, one of the reasons why they've managed to win this game, just through coming out and playing some great defense. We got 9 people in the chat. Thank you very much for checking out the stream. I really appreciate it. We got 10 people in the chat. Very much appreciated the 10 people there that are watching. If you like the stream to help support the channel out, please do subscribe. It is much appreciated. I will be watching almost every single Jazz game throughout this season. This game, the one on Friday, and then the one on Sunday. So, yeah, it's going to be a journey. So yeah. All right, here we go. We got 8.2 seconds left. Jazz ball. Is that Filipowski? Looks like he's in the game as well. Elijah Harkless is in the game. And Cody's in the game along with Keontae George and Marketing. So Drew Holiday fouls Keontae. Keontae's going to go to the line. Keontae's been really good. I think he's made all of his free throws to this game. I'm going to turn the scoring off because this is going to get into the way of what I'm trying to do. I can't. I can't I can't look at the scores right now. I can't do it. Like, you guys are going to have to listen to me for scores. All right, Jazz make their first free throw by Keontae George. They're down by 2 at the moment. All right, so then Ernest Diego in the chat says Blazers should chase y'all away from the perimeter without fouling. I mean, y'all not shooting well at 3, but one make is all it takes right now. Yep, that's absolutely correct. Keontae does make his second free throw. Does make sense. We got 7 seconds to go. You know, we can drain out these 7 seconds. What is going on? What is going on? I think it's another timeout. Is that all right? All right. Looks like Blazers called timeout. And they're going to get the ball at a half court. Yeah, shout out to the 9 people that are watching the chat. Much appreciated. Let me know your comments on the game as well. I do. The more comments, the better. Like, any type of discussion on what you think about the game. Are you watching the game? Are you not watching the game? What do you if you're not watching the game, like, check out the box scores. What do you think about that? I'll be taking a look at that afterwards and giving a kind of a comparison reflection of me actually watching the game and what the box scores are saying. Okay. Jazz are down by 1 at the moment. Jazz are down by 1. We got Cody on the court right now. Cody Williams. Well done for Cody. Cody's when he's been on, like, he's played pretty well. Not like fantastic, but I'd give him a solid like B minus. Like, he's been gotta foul him quick, guys. I believe that's what Drew Holiday, or was that Jeremy Grant? Too many guys with dreads. Oh, okay, it's Drew Holiday. Okay. All right, Hawkless foul Drew Holiday on that play. Yeah, it's just going to be a straight up battle for free throws. Like, I just need the Blazers to miss at least one, and then see what happens. Because we got 5 seconds. This is going to happen for at least 4 more times, probably even 5 more. You know, ideally you're just looking for any type of edge. Drew Holiday gets his second, and Blazers up by 3. Oh man. Oh. Oh, why couldn't they miss one? Like, the Jazz have not been great at 3. Our 3-point percentage has been poor. You know, what was ESPN saying about our 3-point percentage? Yeah, like, we haven't been great at threes this game. We're at 31% from 3, 48% from the field. Like, that's not that's when you think about the fact that we got Bryce Sensabaugh and he hasn't shot the 3 ball well this game or even in the last game. And I think teams have just kind of figured that out. Like, we're not going to let this guy just go out there and shoot open threes, which makes sense. Okay. Filipowski has the ball now. First issue. Pass the ball to your teammate. If you pass it to the Blazers, game over. Who are they going to pass it to? Okay. Ball deflected on the inbound by Jeremy Grant. Elijah seems like the version. He's probably the guard version. Like he definitely his main skill is defense. Defense. Like he's a decent shooter, but like his like everybody knows him to be for defense. You got to pass the ball, flip. Oh, that's another second shaved off. Blazers playing really well. Blazers playing really well. They are stopping that inbound. Because if it connects to somebody out there on the three, that hopefully they could force the foul. So Drew Holiday fouls Filipowski there. And Filipowski is going to shoot 2. Now, Flip hasn't been great at free throws either in this game. So, like, we actually need Flip to hit both. All right. Flip nails the first one. We got 3.9 seconds left, people. 12 people watching. Listen, I saw Memphis do the strategy. Oh my God, they missed it. No, it's over. It's bloody hell. Oh, no, this is what I don't like about that strategy. No. It's over. Filipowski hits it on the rim. It goes out. And Drew Holiday gets the rebound. And the game is over. They're showing the replay of it. It's just the ball comes up so quick off the rim. Like, see, that's something that like you have to like practice that, because the way Filipowski like threw it, it was just like bing, like it was almost, it came directly back at him. Whilst if it was done almost like as a shot, bounces up, and where you can get the tip in like at the top, then that would have been better. But like situations like that, you really gotta like practice, and that's something that like my guess is that Filipowski and just probably the Jazz just haven't really worked on like these situations for close games. They just haven't worked on a lot of those. But I think it was a well-deserved win by the Blazers. Like I think the Jazz made too many mistakes, too many turnovers. And the Blazers just every mistake that we made, they punished us. They forced us to make turnovers like a lot of times. Sometimes it was turnovers that like wasn't even forced. So shout out to the Blazers. Like they played well. They hung on and they got the dub. And now I think they have a 3-2 record, and the Jazz have a 2-2. But yeah. No, quite disappointed on that one. I thought we could come out and really got the win on that. But yeah, let's you know what? Let's take a look at the damage. Let's take a look at the damage in terms of what the numbers are looking like. And then I'll probably do some player ratings there as well. Okay. So for the Blazers, Tamani Kamara, I thought he was pretty good throughout the game. Super solid defensively. Like hit couple threes that I liked. And then when you look at here, he was 7 out of 14 from the field, three out of 8 for his three, so almost 50%. So this is pretty good in his 31 minutes, 17 minutes, 4 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals. Like I'm probably gonna give Tumani Kamara an 8. Just a real good overall solid performance. Denny Avila, 50% from the field, nice. 0%, like nothing on the threes. I know that's always been his weakness, but that's actually quite poor. 7 out of 10 from the free throw line. This could improve, but it's still pretty good. 9 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 steal with his 19 points. Again, another good solid performance. I'll give him an 8 out of 10. Donovan Clingan, he kind of went missing throughout the game. When he was on there, he had some good rebounds. Got couple of tip-ins. Was really there more as like a rim protector and also to get rebounds. And I think he did that for the most part. But when you're looking at it statistically as well, or how it looks here, at least from the box scores, probably not that great. So I'm going to give him a 7. Drew Holiday was good. Again, the reason why they won this game. 27 points. Didn't even realize he had 27. That was a hidden 27. Like, yeah, I noticed him in the game, but like I didn't notice him to where I would say he gave you 27. He's 10 out of 16 from the field, 3 out of 8 from three, like really almost 50%. 4 out of 100% from free throw line, 5 rebounds, 8 assists. I'm probably gonna have to give him an 8.5. He probably is gonna be my player of the game, Drew Holiday. I'm gonna give him an 8.5. I thought he was good. Like the pretty consistent one. He's got a plus 9 plus minus. That is close to being the best on your team, except for Rayan Rupert, but definitely the best in terms of the starters and second best throughout everybody else. Shaden Sharp, I also thought he had a pretty decent game. Just under 50% from the field, 50% from 3-point line, 4 out of 8, 18 points in 24 minutes. That's pretty solid. 4 rebounds. Oh, no assists, no steals. I'm I'll probably give him an 8. Yeah, I'm gonna give him an 8. Probably more on the low side, but like I'll give him an 8. No, you know what? I'll give him a 7.5 because this next guy here, Jeremy Grant, I thought he was really good today. I know he's 4 out of 12 from the field. It definitely didn't look like it from the game that I saw. 3 out of 6 from 3-point line, almost 50%. That's really good. Got all his free throws, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 steal. I'm gonna give him an 8. I thought he was really good. Duop Reith, I'm gonna give him a 7.5. The ability for a team to have guys that could produce coming up off the bench, and in 12 minutes, he gives you 9 points, 2 assists, 1 rebound. You take that. Okay. Will Hardy's doing his press conference. I have to listen to this.
Everybody needs to understand this is a professional basketball team where we have to play the people who are going to do what they're supposed to do every night. And playing well one night means nothing in this league. It's an every night business. We had way too many guys who tonight in the first 3 quarters just did not do their jobs and did not compete at a high enough level. Credit to Portland. I thought they just flat out played harder than we did for 3 quarters.
So Will Hardy's talking about how too many of the guys just didn't play hard enough. I completely agree. Compared to the first 2 games, like night and day. Completely agree. Cody and EJ, he gave big shout outs to.
We need to take pride as a team on guarding the ball
Yep.
There
Will
was
Hardy's right. We
possessions
need to
where
take more pride in guarding the
just
ball.
kind of straight line offense. The entire conversation about this game this morning and before the game is that they're going to try to apply pressure in the paint by driving.
So just like what
Job recognizing personnel tendencies. I don't know how many times I'll be
just like what Ernest was saying about the Blazers, like they're really great at forcing the team for turnovers. That's what Will Hardy said. That they prepped for that, and the guys went out there and did not do their job. Wasn't competitive enough. Wasn't hungry enough,
but it's too late.
and didn't do that for 3 quarters.
I've talked in the last couple of years about the difference between a survival instinct and a killer instinct, and we have to channel that much more than we did tonight.
He's talking about how like the hunger instinct just wasn't there for the Jazz.
Well, we're gonna have to go back and watch the film. We'll talk about it as a staff, and we'll make the decision.
Talking about the Jazz didn't have a killer instinct tonight. I completely agree.
That's a hard one.
He's talking that the Jazz need to develop a killer instinct.
There's so many opportunities in this league, so many games that eventually your level of competitiveness just shows itself. Because again, like when it's all going good and all the shots are going in, it's easy to act a certain way. But when you face some adversity, when it's going to be really hard and you have to dig in to get it done, I think it reveals who the kind of the vicious competitors are.
He's talking about how like the competitive side, he's waiting for that to show up, not just in the good moments, but in also in the times like this game where things aren't going so well.
But we will continue to demand competitiveness and executing very basic things defensively. And if you don't do it, you can't play.
And he's go about to saying if you're not doing the basic things defensively, you won't play.
I don't. He finished the game. I don't know anything about it as of now. He'll obviously be with our medical group, like everybody is getting their recovery in. I'll check in with him here a little bit.
All right, Ernest, I'm gonna like talk about your comments there. Uh, so you said shout out to the Jazz as well as came back, but just fell a bit short. Yeah. Funny thing about the Blazers offense, there's no primary score. We go with who's hot on hand that night. Drew was that guy. Yeah, completely agree. I think he's going to be my player of the game when I go through everything else in the player ratings. Most of the time when they turn the ball over, they just look defeated. Yeah, because it's a mentality thing. And that's not even something that you could coin just in basketball. That goes to like just in life in general. When things go wrong on a daily basis, you don't just give up. You know, when it's a bad week, when it's a bad month, you don't just give up. You got to power your way and keep going, 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 going until you get the win. So I completely understand Will Hardy and what he's talking about right now.
I think the live ball turnovers are where it stands out. I mean, 6 of them were just very sloppy, but we scored 134 points. So I don't think that like it takes a second to adjust to because you're not used to it. But I don't think that the turnovers.
He's talking about the turnovers now.
4 or 5 turnovers that I think I can point to and say like that was because of pressure. I think we were just a little bit sloppy in certain moments, and they took advantage of it.
So he's talking about the turnovers, how like even though he thinks that the pressure was affecting us, he doesn't think that that was the key reason why we lost the game. He feels that it was because of mistakes that the Jazz were doing, which is also something that I feel as well.
I think there's always things to learn, but I don't think they were the full court pressure was responsible for all 22 turnovers.
The Jazz had 22 turnovers. 22 turnovers. I need to get back to player ratings because I got so much things to talk about the Jazz. And apologies for not having the camera before. Like, I keep forgetting to go back to the other screen to go up and check that the camera's on, because when I share my screen, it just shows the share screen. So apologies about that. But back to the ratings. So yeah, I gave Duop Reith, I gave him a 7.5. Young Hansen, Matisse Thybulle, Caleb Love, they didn't play enough minutes. So I can't talk about them. I only rate players that play at least 10 minutes. Like, I just think that that's the fair thing. Matisse Thybulle actually got injured, so hope that he gets better there. Blake Wesley, he was kind of annoying in this game, defended the ball really well. I got to say that. So I'll give a solid 8 as well. Maybe on the lower side. You probably expect more. He was 4 out of 7 from the field, 2 out of 5 from 3, so about 40% from the three-point line, which is actually like pretty good. They gave them 2 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals, 1 block, only 1 turnover. It's like very, you know what? Yeah, an 8 I think is pretty fair for Blake Wesley. And then Mr. Ryan Rupert, 3 points in 14 minutes. Probably not great. Only took 2 shots, 2 threes, 3 rebounds, though, 1 assist, 2 steal. Actually, not bad. I'll give him a 7.5. Don't know what's going on there with 3 points in 14 minutes, but everything else that he contribute was pretty good. And I kind of noticed him throughout the game. So that's what I'm putting as that. So that's it from the Blazers side. The highest rated player there was Drew Holiday, and I gave him an 8.5. You got Larry Markin in there. He was 10 out of 19 from the field, 2 out of 7 from 3. That's kind of poor from 3. 10 out of 12 on his free throws. 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 steals, 3 blocks, 1 turnover, though. I'm going to give him an 8. I can't give him the same amount as Drew Holiday. So if I give, even though 32 points in 38 minutes, you know what? I'll give him an 8.5, but I'm putting Drew Holiday as my player of the game. I can't give that to Lowry. Not for this game. He was good, but I thought Drew was better. I'm being absolutely honest about that. I just thought Drew Holiday was better. We got a few comments on there before I go back into the ratings. We got Ernest Diego 20 says most of the time when they turn the ball over, they just so I read that one. Wondering what he said. No worries. No, I appreciate it. And then Ernest Diego says, yeah, credit where credit is due. The Blazers were choking them out, but there's at least a couple of turnovers that weren't forced, just lazy passing. Damn, Lowry played 38 minutes. Yep, because we needed him for 38 minutes. Because if we didn't have Lowry playing 38 minutes, trust me, this game would have been long gone. And I think when you joined, or at least when somebody else joined, somebody said oh, this game is over, and this was in the third quarter, the game would have been over. Game would have been over. If he'd played 10 less minutes, game would have been over without Lowry. Kyle Filipowski, he played 16 minutes. He had 8 points, 2 out of 4 from the field, so 50%. I guess that's okay. 1 out of 2 from 3. I need more from Philip. And then 3 out of 5, so about 60% from the free throw line. That's about what he was getting last season. 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal. I'll give him a 7.5. That flip. Walker Kessler there, 18 points to 32 minutes. 7 out of 12 from Phil, which is really good. 3 out of 4 from 3, really good because he only just started shooting threes. 1 out of 3 from his free throws. Okay. 12 rebounds, double-double. 4 assists, 1 steal, 1 block, 3 turnovers, though. That 3 turnovers doesn't look good, but he did get a double-double. I'll give him an 8, and it's probably a low 8. But I'll give him an 8. Svi Mihailuk, 7 points in 23 minutes, 3 out of 5 from the field. So 60% from the field, 1 out of 3 from 3. He had 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal. I mean, overall, when Svi played, at least early on, he was pretty good, but then he just went missing. Maybe when Will Hardy was talking about some players having a job to do and he wasn't really doing it, that's why we didn't really see him near the end of the game when a couple of games ago he was the man, the guy. So I'm probably going to have to give Svi Mykhailiuk a 7 because I don't really remember him that much. And there's a reason why Will Hardy isn't playing you near the end of the game. You know, if you've shown that throughout the game you're really good, you're closing. That's why you saw Elijah Harkless and Cody Williams playing to the end of the game because they played well and they got us back into the game, like Will Hardy said in his press conference. And that's the reason why the Jazz at least had a chance to get something out of the game. Keontae George there, he played 32 minutes, 29 points, 6 out of 14 from the field, 2 out of 5. So almost 50% from the field, 50% from 3, hit all his free throws. 8 assists, 2 rebounds, 1 steal, 6 turnovers though. Oh my God. That's just as bad as Walker Kessler. See, again, I'm going to give Keontae George an 8, but he probably gets like a high 8. But it's the turnovers, man. Like that's bad. No, not 6. Not 6 turnovers. No, that's terrible. Taylor Hendricks, 5 points in 15 minutes. Not good enough. I need more. I need more from the bench unit. I do need more. 2 out of 5 from the field. Like, that's good. Didn't hit any of his threes. One free throw made. 4 rebounds. 1 block. I'm gonna give Taylor Hendricks. I'll give him a 7. Like, I need to see more. Cody Williams, I'm going to give him a 7.5, Cody. Even though I don't think statistically he was really all that. Like, his defensive support in that last quarter was exactly what the Jazz needed in this game. So I'm going to give him a 7.5, which I think is good. Bryce didn't get that much of an opportunity. I don't know what's going on there. Clearly, that's a Will Hardy decision, but I can't give Bryce a lot, so I'm going to give him a 7. Yusuf Nurkic. So I talked about him at halftime. Yes, he gives you lots of assists. Well, he had 4 assists, 4 rebounds, 1 steal, but 5 turnovers. Like, again, turnovers, they're too much. Like, I got to give you a 7. Like, I can't give you like a 7.58. Like, that's just too many turnovers. Elijah Harkless, yes, he only played 12 minutes and only had 1 point, but his impact on the game gave us a chance to win this game. He and Cody, and I felt he was a little bit better than Cody on the defensive side, so I'm going to give Elijah Harkless an 8. He has a plus 17. He had the highest plus minus in the game, just a little bit above Cody. They were the difference makers. That's why Elijah Harkless gets an 8 for me. Ace Bailey, 8 points in 15 minutes. That's not bad. Like, you know, the box score numbers look great, but Will Hardy definitely is pulling the amount of minutes he gives him back, probably because like defensively he isn't all there, and you know the pace is a lot. The pace is a lot for him, so you know can't be too harsh, but you also got to be honest. So I'm gonna give Ace Bailey a 7.5. Good box score numbers. Didn't really do much wrong, but didn't really do that many things right. I mean, maybe I'm being harsh on Ace, but yeah. No, I think 7.5 is fair. I think 7.5 is fair. And then Walter Clayton, I had lots of complaints about Walter Clayton throughout this game. The misplaced passes, the decisions that he made to pass the ball to certain players when it was just not the right time to pass. And I know you can't see it here, but if you're watching the game, you see it. There definitely was something going on between him and Will Hardy. Like Will did not want to play him after the first quarter because he made so many mistakes. And maybe it was Walter Clayton Jr. who Will Hardy was talking about in terms of you got to bring that competitive edge every single game. You got to do your job every single game. Because I think that defensively, I don't think that he did his job. And that's kind of it for that. So Drew Holiday gets my player of the game. I felt he was the most consistent one out of it. He was silently and deceptively brilliant in this game. I noticed him, but I didn't notice him. Like this, I did not realize that he had 27. Like he wasn't flashy at all. He just did all the right things and did his game. Like I think it's the guy in the chat name again. Ernest talked about how like they don't really have a go-to guy. It's just who has the hot hand, and Drew Holiday was just the guy, and he did that, and he did that well without saying, "Hey, it's me. I'm the guy." And you got to give him credit for that. So shout out to Drew Holiday. But I'm just gonna go through some of the comments. So let's see. So Ernest talked about 6 turnovers is a lot for a starter. Look at a line that plus minus, that's insane. Yep, for a 12-minute, like he was brilliant. Him and Cody came on for like basically the same amount of minutes, and their impact on the game was better because they went out there and they played defense and really had an impact on the game. That's why I had to give him an 8. I had to give him an 8. Like even though he only had 1 point in 12 minutes that he played, like his impact on the game was bar none. And that's something that sometimes that the difference with if you look at a box score compared to actually watching the game, you just won't know. So no, shout out to Elijah Hawkless. Oh, Nurk. Yeah, and you know what? When he played with Phoenix, that's what he always got criticized for. Like by the end of his time at Phoenix, most Phoenix fans were tired of him and they didn't want him there. And now I'm seeing I'm like, oh, that's why. That's why like teams didn't really like want him like that. You know, if he could just work on just not turning the ball over. It's one thing if somebody comes up behind him and knocks the ball out of his hand because when he moves, it's definitely like slow and lumbering. You could tell like he's got like hip issues. He's an older player that's had a lot of injuries but yeah, too many turnovers. No, great accountability by Will Hardy. No, and yes, and it didn't feel like Drew Holiday had over 20. I completely he was deceptively just really good. Really, really good. Really, really good. But I think I'm gonna end it there. I'm gonna go watch this last press conference here with Keontae George. I'll be putting up a few kind of clips from the live. And yeah, Jazz lose, but there is Friday. It's gonna be fun Friday. I got something exciting planned for Halloween, and we're just gonna go out there and enjoy a great game against Phoenix Suns. Hopefully, we can make it 2 for 2, and then take it from there. But I just want to thank everybody here for who was in the chat and really kind of delivered and just showed an interest in the channel. So like Ernest Diego, I really appreciate your comments. Just like sometimes it does get lonely doing the live stream, and sometimes if you don't get anybody there. The Wandering Wizard, I really appreciate you, man. Like this is the second stream or maybe third stream I've seen you in, and you will kind of consistently comment. So I really do appreciate that. I think there was a couple other people there. Chuck Daniel, there had a comment there. Jazz tied. No, I again I will be doing another stream on Friday and then another one on Sunday. Chuck Daniel, thanks for the comment there. Earlier on, who else? I think that was about it. Oh, there was a Queen gets the money talking about the was all over. Shout out to you. You know, game wasn't quite over, but like again, I do appreciate the support. Just joining a channel like mine and leaving a comment, like it really does helps with the mental part with like doing all of this. I appreciate it. And then Calamari Tari, I've seen you twice now in the chat. If you are still watching, much appreciated about joining the chat. So I do appreciate that. Ernest says, mate, I'll try to catch Jazz games as well. You're really good at analyzing. Oh, thank you, man. Like I appreciate it. Like for me, it's like I'm just watching the games and going what I'm watching. I'm using like some of my like data skills to be able to do that, and we'll take it from there. But I think I'll silently root for the Jazz. Yes, we got another secret Jazz supporter. I'll take that. Yeah, I'll take that. Thank you very much, Ernest. I appreciate that. Well, if you have time, either this on Friday or at least on Sunday. I don't know what time we're playing Sunday. Definitely check us out. Like our Sunday should be interesting. We're going up against Charlotte. They got a lot of young players there, and this channel is kind of dedicated towards finding the next young star with looking at those youngsters. So that should be a really interesting one too. So yeah. So thank you once again for everybody for joining. And yeah, I will see you next time. Hold on. No. Yeah, so I will see you next time, guys. Have a good rest